Welcome to the Skeptic Fan Show, everybody. My name is... Oh, shit. That's my pause, right? Fucking rookie error there, man. That shows you how long it's been since we had a Skeptic Fan Show. There you go, guys. I'm fucking a little rusty. So, before we start the show, I'm a little hoarse. So, I've been nursing this fucking cold for 2 weeks now. I had laryngitis last week, and I'm just getting over it now, man. But I'm really... Oh, my God. Does it sound bad? Still sounds bad, doesn't it? It's not too bad. Can you guys hear me now? You guys got your microphones on?
I can hear you.
All right, good. Grant?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
All
Might
right,
want to turn up a little bit, but...
Right.
Yeah, man, it's been a really bad, a long road for me in the last 2 weeks, man. I took off work Monday. Couldn't even talk. I was like... It was really fucking bad, so... And today, massive snowstorm, man, here in New Jersey. Massive snowstorm.
How bad was that?
It's bad. I got about 20 inches now. It's probably 24 inches right now out there, man. It's really bad. I spent all day fucking went over to my parents' house, cleaned their driveway. My dad has a snowblower, which is great, so we can go and I can go out there and fucking got it done within an hour and a half. And 2 weeks prior, well, 3 weeks ago, I had a problem with my father. His health is not too good right now, so it's the reason why I didn't do a show 3 weeks ago or even last week because of all the shit that's been breaking down with me. And my dad had a mini stroke, a TIA they call it, and he was rushed to the hospital 3 weeks ago on a Friday night. And I stayed there for 8 hours, and luckily there's no brain damage. He's okay. He's functioning fine, and we're real happy about that. And he went through a shitload of tests last week, so trying to figure out what the problem is. Well, it seems like the problem is going to be a sleep apnea, I think they call it.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the case because my dad snores all the time, and you can hear him like lose his breath for a couple seconds, and just like
yeah, man, they like choke themselves. They can choke themselves during the sleep. It's crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's really bad, man. So he gets the tester, or some kind of tester. They have a machine, and he has to pick it up at the doctor's office on Monday. So then he has to go through 3 nights of using it, and then he has to send that machine back out, and then you gotta evaluate, look at the data, and then they'll determine if he has it or not. So he might be on oxygen at night when he goes to sleep.
They can do operations on the nose and stuff like that. They're like, if you have a deviated septum, they can like go in, drill some crap out of your face, and I don't know, sometimes that helps.
Correct.
That's what I've heard.
Correct.
Can you do me a favor, Joe? I know this is like a very unprofessional Skeptic Fan show because we're just sort of testing things out.
Correct.
How do I view this? How do I view the chat? Because I've got Skype up here, and I seem to have closed out that other frigging window.
Well, here, I'll link it right now so you can...
Will it not echo and stuff? I see it now.
Yeah, if you click on that link, you can go and open up chat. So you can open up chat. But the show tonight, guys, is to introduce the 2 new hosts to the Skeptic Fan Show. Paul couldn't make it. He hasn't got back to me. But again, this was last minute. We just decided to do the show tonight, within the last 4 hours, 5 hours. So, and I barely got the promos out to give some people some kind of notice. But yeah, it's basically just to talk to Anthony and Grant here, the 2 new hosts of the show. Anthony, how you doing, buddy? Why don't you give everybody a little introduction, who you are, your YouTube channel, Twitter, all that shit, even though you just created a new Twitter account, so you might as well go on that too while you're here.
Yeah. So I am Anthony, also known as Skullduggery on Twitter. My YouTube channel is called Skullduggery as well. People know me, people hate me, some people really like me.
Yeah.
I'm quite outspoken. I guess that's what got me suspended from Twitter a couple of days ago. So I had a backup account anyway, so that's what I'm trying to build back up again. TJ followed me again on this one, so that was nice.
Nice, yeah.
And he also pimped me out as well, which was good of him, really good of him.
It is, it really is, yeah.
Yeah, well, he said, like, not always thought the best things about this guy, but, he's willing to put it behind, and, people can change their minds.
And that's what it's all about, I think. That's, I guess what's been breaking down in the community, if you want to call it that, where people are offended when you bring up certain topics or issues, and they stay neutral, and then when you tell them what the evidence or facts are on a certain issue that they're afraid to touch or even to bring up to the public eye, they fidget, they squirm around. They're just like, hey, I don't know about that. And it's good that he's changed his viewpoint on at least that issue, which I really don't want to go into too much. But it's good to see that.
But me and TJ have been direct messaging each other, and I wouldn't even say we're just associates. I guess at this stage we're not even quasi friends. But I don't know. He's the biggest YouTuber the biggest YouTuber in the world as far as atheism is concerned. So like I've said before on my hangouts that I do on my channel, that he does get a level of respect because of that.
Correct.
He doesn't have 700 and however many thousand subscribers he has for no reason. He does come out with occasionally regressive ideas, as we've seen and we know about, and like you said, Joe, we don't need to go into it again. But it's all about changing people's minds, and it always has been, right?
Exactly. And I made a video.
The Christianity side of it, we were trying, I guess, as a community, if there is such a thing, to try and change people's minds about religion, specifically Christianity, I guess, in the old days. But we know things have moved on. Christianity is not that big a deal anymore. I mean, it's never gone away, and it'll still be there, but it's not causing a threat.
Bingo, exactly. Exactly. You're correct on that assessment. And the thing is with me is, like, ever since, well, my turning point is, like, I would call myself, I used to be regressive, I should say. And I made a video, telling people why I thought the way that I did and why my worldview changed on certain issues. It doesn't make me a bad guy, but when you break down that demographic of your viewership, especially on YouTube, you got all these people that liked all your videos because you were attacking Christianity. So now when you come out and attack Islam, you divide that demographic up and people see you as a different person, which I feel is pretty shitty, because you're trying to be, objective on certain issues, especially when it comes to statistics and shit, like I have been doing in my videos, and people just like, I have turned, I have made a few people think on the issues, and they said, you know what, I think you're right, and that's what it's about. It's about making people think, and we're not saying that we're always correct, that we're always going to have the correct viewpoint on certain issues. Most of the time, I think we will, but, it's about having some kind of civil intellectual discourse on these topics. And that's what this show is about.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And I said this is what this show is about. So, and we're going to get into TJ and Drew, why they left in a little bit here. But this show's about the two new hosts. But that being said, Anthony, you got anything else to say? Because I want to introduce Grant here.
I would. I don't know. Thanks for having me, Joe. I mean, I appreciate the opportunity to come on, and I don't know if we're getting a wider audience or not, but hopefully we will do. If people like what they hear when we do actually a structured show. I hope people like me. I'm not, people get that impression on Twitter that I'm just a troll or whatever. And I'm a dad with 2 kids and a wife. I'm not a troll.
I think you're a fair
guy. I'm reasonably intelligent, and
I think you're a fair guy, and we insult people here and there, and it's going to happen. So it's an insult. So
insulting people's fun sometimes.
It is. It actually is.
Winding people up is fun.
Look how many times. Look how many times people insulted TJ, and look at him now.
Yeah,
he's friendly with.
People deal with criticisms in different ways. Everybody's different, and I understand that. That's what I do for a job, dealing with people that are different. So it's not something that I'm blind to.
Correct.
So. But I'm done.
And the show, guys, people need to realize, if you're new to the Skeptic Fence show, the Skeptic Fence show has went through changes in the last 5 seasons. So we went through, at least I went through, I should say, 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th change when it comes to host on the show. So it's my 4th change in the last 5 seasons. We're going on our 5th year right now. And people need to realize that that's what the show's about. It's about, we come to a point where we're going to disagree. People are going to not like what I do or the changes I make, and it's going to happen. I'm sorry, but it happens. And I'm trying to do this to progress forward to promote, I guess I could say, the damage that is being done on humanity. The issues we should be talking about. Yes, Christianity was an issue. Still is an issue, but it's not as bad as, say, radical Islam, fundamentalist Islam. That's the issue right now that many people are attacking, including some YouTubers now. Okay? There was a video today, and feminism, I should say. There was a video today that came out by Godless Glenn. I don't know if you know who he is, but he made a video a few months ago. It was sort of against me, saying I don't care about it. I don't care about these other issues. I just don't care about feminism. I don't care about Islam. And what video did he make today? Attacking Anita Sarkeesian. I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking great. He doesn't want nothing to do with these other issues, but then he makes a video today about it because everybody else is making a video about it. I found that very hilarious. Maybe we're making people think about certain issues. I don't know, but it is what it is. But let me introduce Grant here. Grant, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Pretty good.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Do you got a Twitter, YouTube channel?
Twitter and YouTube, I'm known as Pulse of Defiance. I've only got maybe 20-some videos up. I'm just getting started in this. Like you, Joe, I'm a recent turned regressive, and I'm still learning as I go, and I'm pretty opinionated. Sometimes I can piss people off as well.
Yeah, we all do that, I think. But let me ask you a question. Why did you want to be part of the Skeptic Fan Show, as coming on as a new host?
Actually, I've watched the show since I think 2012, and I've always liked it. And even when I started on YouTube, I actually wanted to be a part of a show. You know, something as organized as this. And of course, you know, the chance was out there to, you know, join my favorite show.
Yeah.
Here I am.
There you go. You will do fine, I think, and so will Anthony. I do have a couple of videos lined up that we can get into. We could do like an off the cuff type of response.
I'm terrible at those, John.
I know, so seriously, so am I. I really am too. But I think we should. I think we should do it. You know, I think it's gonna be awesome. I do have a Kyle Kalinske video lined up, and then the video is America Racist, and then what's this? A TYT video. What's the name of this? ISIS soldiers attack woman with dick pics. That's a TYT video. I think that'll be fun and entertaining. I'm sure we won't have too much commentary on it, but yeah, I think it'll be fun. Break the ice, see how you guys do off the cuff, you know, just to fuck around a little bit. Again, Paul couldn't show up. I don't know why. He hasn't. Oh, I'm gonna check my phone. I just had. No, he didn't contact me. So.
Is he experiencing the storm as well or not? Because I must bring the weather up. Because Devin's in the chat, so I must bring the weather up.
Bring the weather up with what? Me?
Just anybody. I just must bring the weather up.
Oh, me, the weather. Yeah, the weather's shitty here, man. Like I said earlier. Yeah, I received. I'm in South Jersey, so I received about 20 inches. It's about 24 inches now. It's still snowing outside, man. I spent all day clearing the snow. So yeah, it's a good workout, by the way. But yeah, it's pretty shitty here, and I'm surprised the electric hasn't went off yet because the wind is whipping outside. It's like 20 to 30 mile per hour gust, so it's pretty bad here. Grant, so how's the weather there, man?
There we go, weather report.
Not as bad as yours. I think we only got maybe like 8 inches, but it's pretty bad. I went to a Lamb of God concert last night as the stuff was coming down, and it wasn't fun coming home.
Oh, dude, how was Lamb of God, man? I'm pretty sure they're fucking awesome, right? I haven't seen them in concert yet.
Oh, home state heroes, man. They're awesome every time. I've seen them 4 times thus far.
No shit, man. I got to see them in concert, man. They do come around a lot, man, in Philadelphia. So I really do have to check them out. Anthony, how's the weather there, man? In Texas, man. I'm sure it's beautiful, right? Is it like 60 degrees, 70 degrees?
We have a low front moving in from the north. No, I'm joking. I don't know. It's all right. I have nothing to say about the weather right now.
So what are you drinking tonight, Anthony? You drinking anything tonight, man? We like to promote some beers here, man. So what do you guys got? Dos Equis.
I have the 2 X's.
Yeah, Dos Equis. I got Coors Light. I did have Yingling earlier. So what do you got, Grant? Anything? Oh shit, Guinness, man. He's a fucking hardcore motherfucker. Fuck, I can't drink Guinness like that, man. Once in a blue moon, I gotta have one, man. But I think in England, Anthony, don't they drink that like warm Guinness?
They drink Guinness with blackcurrant cordial, if you know what that is. It's like concentrated blackcurrant kind of juice.
No, I never heard of it.
And they'll put a little shot of that in the Guinness, and it's actually quite nice. It's like licorice and blackcurrant. It's pretty good.
Nice.
It's the only way I can drink it, because Guinness is revolting. It's just, it's too thick, it's too bitter, and it's just it's not nice.
No,
I don't like it.
Yeah,
Well, I only can do 2 a night because that shit fills up my stomach fast. So.
Oh yeah, you can use it as a food source.
What's that, Guinness?
Guinness,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, I got relatives that live in Norwich, England, and yeah, I went over there probably like 5 or 6 years ago, and yeah, it's all we drank, man, over there was like Guinness from the cellar, man. It's like, whew,
If you
shit's thick, man.
yeah, if you drink enough of it turns your shit black. That's a true story, dude. It really does. It turns
I
your
guess
shit.
I don't drink it enough.
Yeah, exactly, right? Holy shit. All right, I say let's play this video, man. Secular talk, man. Kyle Kalinske, man. Jewish extremist, threatened famous atheist, man. I'm like, it's a pretty straight up video, and Kyle does the equivalence, of course, you know, when it comes to all the monotheistic religions. It's pretty fucking entertaining. I was actually going to make a video today on my Live Life channel on this video, but I said, you know what, I'll save it for tonight, man. Let's do that. So what do you guys think? Think we should get into this?
Yeah, do I just see this on this? Because this is all new to me, right?
Oh yeah,
Same here.
yeah. I can share.
So do I? I'm not watching this on the regular stream.
Well, this
There's
is
going to be a slight delay on that, right?
No. If I share, I'll share screens with you guys. No big deal.
Oh, okay.
I could do that on. It might mess up. the stream though. Hold on.
You're so smart, Joe.
Sometimes. Let's see here. I guess I could do this.
And all that production praise I gave you.
Skullduggery looks like a head butter.
Now I might have to redo screen caps now since I just shared screens. Jeez, unbelievable, dude. So unprofessional of me, man. Again, this is a test run, man. So hang in there. Hold on.
Okay.
God, my
Does
voice.
my audio sound bad? Because somebody just said if you're going to be permanent guest, you'll need to buy an actual mic.
No, it sounds fine. I think it sounds fine, yeah.
That was E Prime. He says he's a mod, right?
Well, he's so used to these guys having digital mixers and, you know.
Atheist Rue's a mod?
Is he really?
I just got a mic today,
Yeah.
and I still haven't figured it out. So
No? All right, let me just re-screen cap you guys since I'm sharing your screen now. Can you see the screens? Yeah? You good?
yeah.
All right, beautiful. So you guys get that. You'll be able to hear it too through Skype, so don't worry about it. Make sure the show's muted if you're watching the show live, which I think you guys are, so I don't think that's an issue. So, again, guys, this is a test. We're just testing shit here. This is a special edition of the Skeptic Fan Show. It's not professional. This is not the normal Skeptic Fan Show. We need to put that out there. Usually we have topics, and usually we research the topics, and we know what we're talking about when it comes to those topics when we plan. But this is off the cuff, so let's get into this. Here we go.
Sure.
Professor Yakov Malkin is 89 years old, and he's the head of the International Institute for Humanistic Secular Judaism. And he's written a book called Judaism Without God, Judaism as Culture and the Bible as Literature. So this guy describes himself as a Jewish atheist, and this is totally unacceptable to fundamentalists and ultra-Orthodox, so they're now threatening him. Haaretz reports here, quote, "A knife and an envelope containing a threatening letter were found at his house, reading, 'A Jew whose hands are bloody resides in your street. This Jew received a severe warning.' The letter to Malkin said, 'This is a warning for you to immediately end all atheist and heretic activity that you take part in or lead. You must absolutely and immediately stop your actions to dismiss and incite the people of Israel from their God. Should you continue your actions following this warning, know that you are yourself choosing to forsake your fate and future. Do not cross the line. This is a futile warning. This isn't a futile warning, excuse me. It is completely and absolutely serious. Treat it as one. You will not receive another warning.'" Wow. So a Star of David and the phrase Psalms 139, 21 to 24 were written on his fence as well. And that passage says, "Do I not hate those who hate you, Lord, and abhor those who are in rebellion against you? I have nothing but hatred for them. I count them my enemies. Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." So clearly expressing out-and-out anti-atheist bigotry. And yet again, we have a case here of, hey, we can't beat you in the realm of ideas and concepts, so we're just going to revert to violence and kill you if you keep saying shit which is obviously true and logical that we don't like. It's the same with Jewish fundamentalists, same with Christian fundamentalists, same with Muslim fundamentalists. You know, you say things that are true that tear up their nonsense beliefs, and then they can't say, "You're wrong and here's why," so what do? "I will attack you if you keep talking." Look at you pathetic little weak bitches. I mean, that's what you are when it comes down to it.
Oh, my God.
And
Kick
guys,
Kyle.
anti-atheist bigotry like we see here, it thrives in most societies. We were just talking about here. Some places it's illegal to be atheist. Saudi Arabia, they say you're a terrorist if you're atheist. Apostasy is illegal in so many countries, okay?
The funny thing about this is, like, he's saying, yeah, this is illegal, this is illegal. Yeah, it's illegal to be atheist in these countries also. You know what I mean? And it's just so sad that he doesn't recognize the theocracies that are in the Middle East countries. You know what I mean? He doesn't bring up the atrocities that happen with these regimes out there. You know what I mean? He's like picking on a Jewish extremist, a so-called Jewish extremist, threatening a famous atheist.
I'm not entirely sure why this is even a story.
It's
I
really
guess
not
I
a
need a little
story.
bit more context. I mean, what is he bringing this up as a comparison to something else?
Oh,
Or is it
yes.
just a standalone story?
Oh, no. He's going to compare it here. So let's get into the comparison. Here we go.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it is. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Awesome.
In the U.S., even in 7 states, it's illegal for atheists to run. That's for office. That's on the books. Now, that's unconstitutional. The Constitution overrides the state constitutions and law books, but it's still there, which says something about the feeling people have towards atheists. And finally, let me just say this. You know, people have this idea that for some reason, you know, hey, the Jewish fundamentalists aren't as bad as Muslim fundamentalists or Christian fundamentalists.
Here we go.
No, so you could say numerically that's true because there's so fewer Jews on the planet that there's just so fewer Jewish fundamentalists, of course. But the ideology is pretty fucking toxic. I mean, we've covered the stories on this show. If you don't think Jewish terrorism is an issue, for fuck's sake, go tell that to, you know, the Palestinians who were kicked off their land by Zionist settler terrorists. They're so obviously terrorists that even the Likud government in Israel is like, yeah, they're terrorists. They're Jewish terrorists. And we've covered stories about how ultra-Orthodox do a ceremony where they cut off the tips of baby dicks,
Here we go.
circumcision, and then they suck it off. Sometimes the babies get herpes and die.
Oh, boy.
Institutionalized sucking of bloody baby dicks. They're not as bad. They're not as bad, except when they're Zionist settlers who kill Palestinians and kick them off their land and steal land, and except when they suck the tip of bloody baby dicks. They're not as bad other than that. And also, we discussed the other day, they have schools, extremist schools, where they teach that the Goyim, which is a derogatory term for non-Jews, they're all evil, they all want to kill you,
Islam doesn't do this
so
either.
you need to be on guard all the time. They
Yeah.
teach them this in kindergarten, that all the non-Jews are evil. Gee, I wonder if this is going to breed radicalization. And there's even been cases of anti-Christian bigotry, of all things, in Israel in certain parts, where the fundamentalists are like, we're trying to kick out all the vampire Christians, they call them. Kick out all the vampires. No, fundamentalism is wrong across the board. Even Buddhists, people say, well, the tenets of Buddhism aren't all that bad, so therefore, the fundamentalists can't be that bad. No, but they are. Go look at Myanmar and how they viciously repressed the Rohingya Muslims because they have this sense of identity based around their Buddhism, and they're tribalists as a result of that, so they do violence for their Buddhism. Fundamentalism is the problem, and it's a problem across the board, and we all need to fight against it.
He just sounds like Cenk Uygur.
You believe that you believe he equates fucking so-called Jewish extremism, which I would love examples of that, and compares that to Christianity and Islam. How intolerant that statement is, and how fucked up it is. Really, I mean, like, Kyle, why don't you do a comparison on deadly terrorist attacks throughout this whole world, and get back to me and make that video and compare every monotheistic religion out there. It's just so amazing. And then he says about Palestine, the Palestinians, and Israel. Sorry, that's Israel's land. I would love it to be all their land. Fuck the Muslims. Fuck the 1.1 billion that adhere to some form of Sharia law or support it. Fuck those people. I'm sorry. I don't hate them, but I fuck them. Fuck their insane ideology. It does damage in this world. So go ahead, Anthony.
Isn't he part of the Young Turks network somehow?
Yeah.
Not like
well,
he's affiliated with it.
I
right?
think he still is. He might not be, but I think he still is. Yeah.
Because he just sounds just like Cenk Uygur.
Yeah.
He's echoing the same talking points for that get, you know, the Young Turks 10,000 dislikes.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's echoing the same shit. I mean, fuck man.
The thing about it is when he brought up circumcision, yeah, that's bad also, but look at Islam. They do it too.
It seems like
if you're going to equate, yeah, go ahead, Grant. Go ahead. Sorry.
It seems like it's easier for him to take them and bring everything down to the same level. You know, make them all even across the board.
Yeah, it is pretty sad. It really is, and that's what he's doing here. And this is what Kyle is about. Kyle's about blaming the ideology, not the person. But in this instance, he's blaming the person. And also the insane ideology, of course, but he's blaming the person.
So this person killed how many people?
None.
Oh.
Yeah, none.
That's kind of important, I would have thought.
Yeah, I
really.
think that's important too,
Yeah.
Anthony.
He's just shouting, basically. He's just shouting into a void, and
it's exactly
and then people are talking about it because he's talking about what sounds like similar violence to Islam, and it's some extreme Jewish guy. He's never going to do anything, ever.
No,
I mean, who's it going to do? Stab one person and then, so what? I mean, that shit's going to happen anyway. Fuck.
exactly. And this is what you get, man. This is what you get with these types of people.
Yeah, so I'm glad I don't watch Kyle Kalinske. I mean, I don't watch Kyle Kalinske. I don't watch the Young Turks. I can't do with it. I watch like videos that you do, Joe, and Devin does and stuff like that, because that will give me my ideas of what the Young Turks are like.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, it's so clickbait titles as well. If you subscribe to the Young Turks, I mean, just look at the names of the videos. That'll give you a very good indication of where they're at without even watching any of the videos.
Yeah, I mean, like, people need to understand when it comes to circumcision, I'm against it all, of course. Of course, I will speak against it. I have in the past. I still will, of course. Yeah, that's bad. That's something we should address, no doubt. I think in America, I think the statistic is about 100 babies die a year in America due to circumcision. Yeah, it's an issue. It's something we could talk about. But in a video like this that he's making, he's comparing this Jewish guy that wrote notes that somebody found and read, saying, well, this guy's an extremist. He wants to kill people. No, he's not going to do it. He has never done it. And it's towards a famous atheist. I mean, like, I just don't fucking get it. So,
Yeah,
vice versa, I should say. But go ahead. Grant, you got anything to say? Because I think I want to bring, Paul wants to come in. He finally woke up. He was on his couch sleeping, so. But yeah, this is the shit we got to deal with, and this is the shit we need to start talking about, is these types of people. The regressives. People hate when I use that word. They think I use it too much, which is really fucking sad, I think. Especially when you call out people like Kyle Kalinske here, making the false equivalents. Pretty sad.
well, he's getting a major following though, isn't he? I mean,
Yeah, he does. He does.
he's got a big
Well, it's because
following
of
on
TYT.
Twitter. He's got a massive following on YouTube as well.
Yeah, it's because of TYT. That's where you guys subscribe
Yeah.
from.
So what do we all think about David Pakman, by the way?
David Pakman, I mean, like, he's okay sometimes, no doubt, but he's in that rut too. He stays very neutral on many issues.
I've seen some clips where he seems to somewhat step out of that regressive left mold.
He does, yeah. But he
So
does.
I'll give him some credit for that.
He does dip into it though once in a while. I made a video recently about it, and yeah, it's pretty fucking sad.
And then you'll see him hop right back on the fence in the next video.
What's that?
I said, and then you'll see him hop right back on the fence in the next video.
Exactly, yeah. He changes his perspective. So he'll put something out there that somebody might like, and then he jumps back into the neutral stance. So it's pretty sad. And my voice is really fucked up, guys. So I might lose it soon. So because I got laryngitis trying to get over it. So hey, Drew's here. Drew, Autopsy 87. Of course, it's Autopsy 87. I know. It's a joke.
What did you call him?
It's an inside joke between us. Autopsy 87. It's a joke. But we might as well get into that real quick, and we'll take a little break here. I'll add Paul to the conversation here, to the group, and I'll do a screen cap, play a song or two, and then we'll get back into is America racist, and ISIS soldiers attack women for penis pics.
Awesome.
It's a great title, man. It's a clickbait title. TYT did so. But yeah, real quick before we get to break here, I'll make an announcement. Since I said I was going to make this announcement, is TJ, of course, is not part of the show anymore. Octopus Prime or Drew, Autopsy 87, Autopsy 87. These guys are great guys. I love these guys. Always will love these guys. Shit just broke down, and we just moved on. We just had differences. I don't think Drew had differences, but he starts school soon, and he wanted to spend more time. TJ and Drew no, we didn't have a fight. We're fine now. He made Coctopus contacted me, made a very nice, it texted me a nice message and said he just wanted to move on and stuff like that. And yeah, he's trying to finish college. There we go.
You know what it is, pal? People just like to stir the pot.
Yeah, people stir.
They just like drama and all that kind of shit. And
exactly.
Fuck that shit.
Exactly. And we know, Drew and TJ, we all know, all three of us know that we're on good terms. We love each other. And, I'm going to Reason Rally, and these guys, I think, are going to join the Reason Rally. They're more than welcome to stay in the room that I got for them. More than welcome, of course. We'll determine that in the next few months here. But, yeah, they're good people. I changed my worldview on certain issues, and that's what it boils down to. So, yeah, this ball still has, the show still has balls, but it's the balls that people just don't like. It's the balls that people just don't like, or some people just don't like. So it happens. But let's take a break here, guys. And I wish Drew and TJ all the luck with their show.
Yep.
Go check them out. They're good people, and they run a good show. So make sure you go and support those guys too. I do recommend checking their show out and supporting those guys. But let's take a little break here. Let me get Paul in here, and we'll be right back with these other 2 videos. And I'm starting to lose my voice. I can feel right now. So, yeah, it's happening right now, man. So,
All right, I'm gonna go kill myself with a cigarette.
yeah, I figure about 5 minutes.
All right.
All right. Holy shit, that was painful. That was a painful break.
That is such an awesome track.
It was a good track. But we have the Ginger here. Paul, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Did you get, of course, you don't have your connection 100%, but what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. It keeps fucking up the video, but I'm here.
And I'm
I'll
sure
sleep on the couch.
I'm sure you're pissed off about that too, right? The connection.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah. Well, there we go. We got Paul here. He's going to be a mannequin for the rest of the night, but it is what it is.
Right.
Ginger mannequin.
Ginger mannequin. Ginger manic. Paul, how you doing there, buddy? I know you were sleeping. This is not an official Skeptic Fan show, of course. It's not our normal show. It's just to introduce the 2 new hosts. And we have a couple topics to get through here tonight to end the show. How you doing, buddy? How was that sleep, man?
Oh, not bad at all. Yeah, it was actually pretty deep. That's why I didn't answer the text or anything, man. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's all good, buddy. I figured you're probably... I know you sleep around this time or take a nap, so... Or
yeah,
earlier.
I went back to school too, like Drew, and so I stayed up. Like I was up at late last night, and I passed the fuck out. That's what was going on.
So, all right, good, man. How's that beard coming along, man? Getting longer?
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
Good.
Were you drinking, Paul?
Yeah, actually, I am drinking. I'm drinking
you are?
root beer,
Hey!
like our bald friend drinks root beer, except this one actually has alcohol.
I just
I know which
tasted...
one that is.
Yeah, I just tasted a root beer. What's the name of that one?
Not your grandfather's.
Not your father's.
Yeah.
No, I never had that.
Yeah, my wife Rebecca loves that as well.
Yeah, somebody had one. It was a root beer. It was at a party. I think it was like 2 months ago at my cousin's house. And they had this root beer. I forget the name of it, though. But it was really good. It was pretty tasty. And you couldn't even taste the alcohol in it, which was weird. I'm just like, shit.
Yeah, this is Small Town Brewery, I guess is the actual company. It's Not Your Father's root beer. It's 5.9% alcohol. You can taste the alcohol just a little bit at the end, but it's pretty does taste like fucking root beer. It's nice.
Right? Yeah.
And there's also, I also have ginger ale too, which I'll try.
Ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
What's wrong with ginger ale?
Oh, it's so fitting. Fucking awesome.
There's nothing wrong with it. They're just giving me shit for being a ginger.
Drew just started a new hashtag, man. Hashtag ginger naps. Fucking awesome. That's awesome. Before we get on to our next video here, again, this is not rehearsed. We didn't have any production meeting. This is off the cuff. We didn't take no notes. So, seeing how the 2 new hosts, look at there, Grant, man, smoking a smoke, man. There we go, man. All right. I think Grant's going to be the new Drew. You have big shoes to fill there, buddy. The metalhead with the long hair. There was 2 comments during break that I really want to go over real quick. And I guess they're towards me. Green Ghost 208 or 2008 stated, "Is Joe an Islamophobe now?" No, I'm not an Islamophobe. And Islamophobia is it's not even a word. It really doesn't really mean much. This is what the right wingers and some of the liberals out there use to basically mute the conversation. When it comes to being Islamophobe, it's basically saying that you have this irrational fear towards Islam. And this is my submission, my own viewpoint. I think Islam is a rational fear. I mean, like, look what's going on throughout the whole world. It's rational in many of these countries. People fear Islam for a reason that is being had. People know what's going on with Islam. If you don't know what's going on with Islam in the Middle East and in Europe, the EU, I'm like, look what happened in Paris, France. Look what happened in Germany during New Year's Eve. It's a fucking fear. It's a rational fear. Do I think they're irrational when it comes to their, doctrine? Of course it's irrational. It does more damage to humanity than it does good, and we have to attack that.
What I find living here in Texas is that most people don't really care because it's never going to affect them. So
correct. Yeah.
Why would they be bothered? I mean, especially if you're already a Christian. I mean, why would you then be concerned about another religion that you don't even agree with taking control of Syria or whatever? Most Americans don't give a fuck.
But even
They don't
9/11
care
should have woken them
whatsoever.
up.
Was that
Yeah,
great?
at the time, but that was 2001. So, I mean, that's gone.
But still, what Christians have, slaughtered 3,000 in one 3-hour period.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And when it comes to statistics, when people say like right wing Christian extremism is more dangerous, this is what we should fear most in America compared to Islamic extremists, it's so wrong. Because in many of these statistics, they ignore 9/11, which I don't think you can ignore it. I think if we're going to be honest and start, we should start 15 years back, or 16 years back now, 2000. Our generation. Generation is what, 20 years? So we can go back 20 years in our generation. Our generation now, I'm sorry, in the United States, hands down, Islam does more damage than right-wing extremism. Sorry.
Yeah, these are all obvious things to us.
This is fact.
It's when we talk about Islam, you'll get several camps. You'll get one camp that just doesn't want to know.
Correct.
And we know who they are, right? And we could label those people regressive because they don't want to even talk about the problem.
Correct. Yeah.
There are also others who do acknowledge the problem but don't really want to talk about it.
Correct.
Which you don't really hear much online, I guess.
You're starting to see that come to fruition now. So you're starting to see certain YouTubers now talk about it. Not many, but they're coming around, I think.
Right. What my ultimate goal, I'm never going to change anybody's mind, and I'm not here to change anybody's mind.
Correct.
I'm within this sort of YouTube community now, I guess, because I have a YouTube channel and I have a Twitter and all that kind of thing, and they're all interlinked and all that kind of shit.
How you say Twitter? Twitter.
Twitter. I can say it two ways. I can say Twitter. I can be lazy and just go Twitter. Which is normally how I would say it, to be honest with you.
I know. I'm just fucking with you, God.
I know.
The two T's are silent.
They are.
Twitter.
They are. Especially if you're banned from Twitter.
Hello, guys. Come and follow me on Twitter.
I love American guys trying to do an English accent.
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
I
know. I think I. Go ahead.
Well, so you've got this ultra left sort of regressive camp, like the Young Turks and people like that, who will false equivocate and do all those other things. So we all know what they're doing. Same with Kyle Kalinske and to some degree David Pakman as well. And then you've got the middle ground where people don't really want to talk about it. They'd rather concentrate on Christianity and those kind of things.
Yeah.
And then you've got people like me, and I would hope the rest of you guys as well, that will face up to this problem and we'll talk about it and we'll expose it for what it is.
Yeah, I certainly do. Of course,
but to the people of America, because that's where we live. We all live in America.
Yeah.
And it's America holds so much power. If we can change some people's minds in America that this is a problem and this is what we need to be talking about now. And we would even get Christians on our side in that respect, because they obviously don't like it. They'll still think bullshit ideas, but their bullshit ideas are not as scary as these other bullshit ideas. So that would be my ultimate aim, I guess, because if you can change one person's mind, then you're doing good. And I know I've already changed. I've changed some people's minds about certain things, and I've got a tiny little YouTube channel and a tiny little Twitter channel, or Twitter, just whatever. Twitter. And obviously I'm, friends with Devin Tracy and all the rest of it, and people know this. But he's so divisive because he speaks the truth. And he does things, he pushes the envelope.
He does push the envelope, and that's why not a lot of people, but some people dislike him.
Exactly.
And some people dislike him for other reasons, of course, but we're not going to talk about that here. But how I look at it is, in America, we realize the shit that happens in America is not happening in Europe, or what is happening in Europe right now is not happening in America. We don't see 1,000 people, groping women, sexually abusing them. We don't see that like what happened in New York, or not New York, and in Germany on New Year's Eve. We don't see that here in America. We haven't seen that yet. But what we look at is the percentage of the Muslims in these European countries. I think Paris is one of the highest rates, 7.5%. England's 5%, I think, somewhere around there. You got to remember, America is only 0.8, I think, right? 0.8. It's not even a percent of the population. Granted, we have more people in America. But we need to look abroad. That's a funny thing we need to look at. Hey, Drew, take care, buddy. Autopsy87. Drew, post your link to your YouTube channel for Goddamn Podcast. Guys, go check out that podcast. That's where TJ and Drew are now. So go check them out. Support those guys. Those guys are good people. Go support them, even though they're not part of the show anymore. We left on good.
I'm a friend of Drew's. So.
Yeah, we left on good terms. So guys, go check those guys out, and they're good people. So There you go. / goddamn podcast. There you go. Go check them guys out and support those guys. Good people. Train of thought here. Yeah, but what's happening in Europe is something that Americans need to look at. They need to look at the atrocities that are happening in Europe. Okay, and then they have to think about that, because usually what happens in Europe when it comes to a migration, when it comes to refugees going into these countries, it's doing damage. Now we're going to bring in another 100,000 refugees here in America by 2017. Now we have to look at that demographic, and people are like, well, bring them in. They need help. Of course they need help. Of course they need help, and I understand that. But when it comes to the culture, they're more comfortable in the Middle East. So why can't Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and these other countries take in more refugees? Why do we have to take in another 100,000 where most of them, or many of them, will not assimilate? That's a problem. They're going to bring the idea of Sharia over in America like they are in the UK, where they have street patrols. This is fact, right? Am I speaking any lies right now?
I've heard. It's well, you hear those stories, but if you read the local papers, which I do regularly in the places that I came from in England, if you read, say, there's a newspaper there called the Telegraph and Argus.
Yeah.
If you read that, and it's online, telegraphandargus.co.uk, I think it is. If you go to that newspaper regularly, you'll see stories of either rape or sexual assault or like physical abuse, not just to women, obviously, to males as well. But you see it all the time, and they're always heinous crimes. They're always there's always serious shit. I mean, they'll do all the other stuff as well, like driving without insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Which in England is a big deal, by the way. It might not sound like it in America, but if you drive a vehicle in England with no insurance and you get stopped by the police and they find you have no insurance, they will take your car. They will impound it.
Well, they do it here too in America. Well, it depends on the state. It's state by state, correct? Yeah, you're right. It's state by state, of course.
But it's not like that. We don't have states in England. The rule of the land is the rule of the land. It's like if you have no insurance on your vehicle in England and you get stopped by the police, and you will have your vehicle taken away.
I need to do something right here, since it's in the chat. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
That's okay.
Fuck Islam. Fuck Islam. All right, sorry. The chat had it in there, so I had to say it. So, yeah, Anthony, you got anything else to say? I'll move on to these guys. But yeah, you're 100% right, dude. You're right. Yeah, Paul, what do you think about this whole entire, I guess, migration in Europe and what we have to deal with, or soon have to deal with in America?
Well, I look at it from an economic standpoint too.
Okay,
it would be cheaper to help them relocate to a neighboring country than bring them over here.
It's 12.
It's a lot cheaper to do.
Yeah,
that.
it's 12 times cheaper for them to live in the Middle East than it is America. You're right. Yep.
Also, I think about the integration too. Are they going to fully integrate into society? Are they war refugees versus economic migrants? If they're economic migrants, there's no reason to have them come over here. If they're war refugees, that's different. But if they're war refugees, you still have to do a vetting process. And, well, we've already shown that doesn't work too well in this country.
Yep. No. That is correct. 100%.
So, I want to help them out, but I think the better way to help them out would be to relocate them into a country nearby that would be welcoming of them, if there is one, or at least where their particular brand of Islam is compatible, whether they're Sunni and going to Sunni or the Shia going to Shia, etc.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, I totally agree with that sentiment there. And then I think Stefan Mounier made a good video about that, and he came up with some. I like the guy on
wow,
many
you fucked that up. It's Molyneux.
Mounier, whatever. Fuck that.
Stefan Molyneux.
French,
God
whatever he is.
Damn.
Go ahead, bust my balls. Everybody does, so get used to it. Anthony Grant, go ahead. You can bust my balls because I do it. I mispronounce certain words. It happens.
No, I was actually going to.
Go ahead,
I was
Grant.
actually going to go off of what Paul said. There's, I can't remember the number, but they passed by 12 or 14 other countries before even hitting somewhere like Germany.
Yes. Yeah.
And then they want to come here as well.
Well,
so that automatically raises a big red flag.
Yeah, because they want the benefits.
Yeah, it's because they want the benefits. Correct. Anthony's right. Is like they want the money, and like we've seen videos on YouTube where people are interviewing migrants over there, the refugees, and their main concern is, where's my money? They're like, I don't want to eat this food. Fuck this food. I don't want this food. I don't want to eat this crap. I just want my money. There's videos out there, people. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's what they're stating now. Or have been stating.
Don't be sorry, Joe. I mean, that's just the fucking fact.
It is the fact. Of course, it's a fact. And that's why they're going to come over here, because They're
But
going to get money.
They will walk from like Iraq or Turkey or something like that. They will walk through 5 or 6 countries to get to a country with a welfare state.
Correct.
Such as Germany, France, England.
Correct.
That's where they want to be. They don't want to be in Hungary. They'll be in Sweden because Sweden's got a really good welfare state, but they don't want to be in Finland, really, because they don't have much of a welfare state. They certainly don't want to be in... definitely don't want to be in Hungary because there's no welfare state whatsoever.
And
Same as America, there's really no welfare state in America, really, compared to European countries.
Well, they'll get back in.
They get the basics, dude,
Yeah,
which is the way it should be. Like, this is just an encouragement for you to go get a job. We'll give you the basics so you can get on a bus or you can not buy a car or anything, but we'll give you enough money to get public transportation, eat food for you and your family, and have a roof over your head, and now go get a job, because this standard of living is not going to be enough. Well, I mean, compared to living in fucking Syria, I guess it would be fantastic. But most of these people, they're not fleeing another country. They're not fleeing another country from war. They're just economic migrants.
You're 100% right.
They're just... You know.
Iraq, Iran,
Right,
and Afghanistan.
We know this. It's fucking clear, right? When 80% of the people coming in are male, right, and 20% of them are women and children,
And all between the ages of like 18 and 30.
young fighting age, young Muslim men.
For the most part, when it comes to other countries, yes, it's mostly men. When it comes to Syria, I think the statistics are a little bit different. But yeah, like you said, Anthony, when it comes to other countries migrating with these refugees, they're getting these countries and they're creating havoc. It's fact. Now Merkel recently, correct me if I'm wrong. Merkel, I think she revamped her, her opinion when it comes to allowing more refugees in now. Right? I think that's the case now. Right?
No, they're restricting.
I think they're restricting the refugees coming in now. Right, to a certain point.
Yeah, which is an absolute U-turn on what she was saying.
Correct, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. And then you have these refugees, migrants, when they come into these countries, like Germany, which I know for a fact is when they come in, they're trying to teach them on how their culture is in Germany now. Like, hey, your view on women are different than how we treat women in Germany, right? How fucked up that we have to have a program to teach these migrants, these men, not to rape women. Don't touch women. They're not your property. They're not a lesser. They are not a lesser form of a human being. Yeah, they're not a lesser form of a human being. You need to treat them with respect. And now we have to have classes to teach these people this. How fucked up is that?
How fucked up is it that we have classes that the idiots in the university think that all males who go to university need to take, that we actually have to teach it to people who are migrating? That's pretty fucked up, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it is. And it's just so sad. And this is information. And I hate to use this word again because people say I use it too much. This is what the regressives fail to recognize. And that's fact. And it's so sad that we have to bring this up over and over again. Hopefully.
Hold on. Pause. Remember, we got to say not all.
Not all. Bingo. Thank you. Jeez, not all. Hashtag not all.
Do we? I mean, do we really need to say that anymore?
We shouldn't have to. That's the issue.
No, but the problem is people automatically assume that you're generalizing about every single one that comes over.
It's a quick cop-out.
That's the issue.
Of course, yeah. You're right, Grant. It is a cop-out, and it's one of those things, it's like calling somebody a racist. It's the same thing.
Which we're going to get into the next topic here. And
I
again,
need to pee, by the way.
What's
Can
that?
I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, go take a piss, bro. Go do
Oh,
it.
As long as you don't stand up for it, I guess.
Yeah, please. We don't want to see anything here, man.
My wife's training me, so I'll be back in a sec, guys.
All right. Tell her to pull the crane in, man. You'll be all right.
Shut the fucking...
Fuck. He finally got it. He's like, well, let me think about that crane. Yeah, okay. Yes, I'm saying you have a huge cock, Anthony. How about that? That was a joke, by the way. Yeah, I mean, like when it comes down to what's happening in Europe, we need to really evaluate what's going on over there, because now we're looking at bringing over 100,000 refugees in the United States, and what we're seeing over there is most likely going to happen over here in certain cities. And people are like, well, that's fine. It's going to happen. We're doing more good than harm bringing these refugees in, but we're going to bring more crime into America, where we have a huge problem with crime in America. It's like, it doesn't make sense. Why don't we worry about the crime that we have? And it's going to cost 12 times more to host these refugees or the immigrants and just have them, live here and do what? Do what? Assimilate? They're going to be it's going to be culture shock for them. It's cheaper for us to say, hey, listen, stay in the Middle East, stay in these countries. We'll host charity events. I will be glad to do that for these refugees. I will host one if I have to bring in all my viewers and say, hey, listen, we're trying to help these refugees out. They're in the Middle East, and we have to help these camps out. Humanitarian aid. We need to help these people out. Let's do this, right? Hands down, I'm all fucking for that shit. And then we have people out here saying that, well, Joe's Islamophobic. He's Islamophobe. He's an Islamophobe. No, that's not the issue here, man. It's not the issue. The issue is that Islam is an issue, and we have to be honest about it when we come to the discussion of it. When Anthony comes back, we'll get into the next video. Again, this is not an official Skeptic Fence show. It's to introduce the two new hosts of the show. It's off the cuff. There was no production meeting. There was no notes on the topics. And I'm hitting these guys with these videos, and they have no idea what I'm playing. So it's off the cuff. See how these guys handle it. So it's going to be awesome. Grant, how you doing, man?
Good.
Do you smoke weed, man?
No.
All right.
No.
All right. Just a question, man. You have that stoner look to you sometimes, man.
Oh yeah, I get it all the time.
Oh,
People tell me
okay,
I
good.
look dead, so.
It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying you have that stoner look like, yeah, man, what's going on, brother? Yeah. We're going to have some fun tonight. But, yeah, let's take a 2-second break here, or a 2-minute break here. I'm going to play a video, or a song, I should say, and we'll get back to the video. The next video I'm going to play is going to be, Is America Racist? It's a good video. And then the next video is going to be, ISIS soldiers attack women with dick pics. God, what a title of a video, right? So, oh, well, Anthony's back, so maybe we'll just get into the video. How about that? Yeah?
Sure.
All right. Hashtag weed is good. All right. Joe, how long is the show? We'll go for another half an hour, I guess if it's okay with these guys. Again, it's not an official Skeptic Fence show, don't get me wrong. But yeah, let's get in this video. What do you guys think, huh? Wait.
Yeah, I hope, but just before you start that, I hope this show sort of takes the format of publicly humiliating these people, publicly mocking them.
I think it's going to get there. So this is actually the video the drunken peasants covered last night.
Awesome.
You remember that? Did you watch that?
I didn't. I don't watch the drunken peasants. I'd watched the clip of Paul's ego talking to Milo Yiannopoulos.
Oh, geez.
He just got destroyed, man.
He did.
Fuck.
It is really
Yeah, show it, man. I want to say I haven't seen it.
Your camera's not on, so try to do your camera again. Turn it off, turn it on. It's not working. Let's try that. I know. I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know. It's usually not me. Usually the guys never have a problem going on cam, but
Well, I've got
especially
stable
Paul.
connection,
Paul's usually
so.
the first one on cam.
Is it working?
No, it's not working.
Poop.
Damn. It might be on mine. Who knows? I got a storm here, but I think...
See? Yeah, it's not my fault. Goddamn it, it's your fault, Joe.
Blame it on me, man. I have the toaster tonight. By the way, that's an inside joke. Toaster.
Let's try it again.
All right, let's do that.
It was working fine before. I do.
Just blame me. It's all right, man. Everybody else does. All right, as you're fixing that, keep on going on and off, and I'll let you know in chat here on Skype if it works. But let's get in this video. It's 5 minutes long. Write down some notes if you want to, and see what this guy... I'm not pretty sure you guys are not going to write down notes.
Not gonna write notes.
Yeah, of course not. But listen what this guy has to say. I think he hits the nail on the head for the most part, if not throughout the whole video. So this is the video that the Drunken Peasants covered last night, and what they stated, the Drunken Peasants, when they first played this video... They're like, oh, Prager University, oh my God, yeah, is America racist? No, they're going to say no, which is not what they said. And they failed to play the rest of the video to let everybody know that's not what they're saying. That's the funny part about this video, on how they covered it, I should say. So, All right, here we go. Let's get to this video. Try it again, Anthony. It's not coming on. I'll let you know when it comes on your video. Here we go.
Is racism still a major problem in America? President Barack Obama certainly thinks so. He said that racism is in our DNA. Really? If racism is in our DNA, doesn't that mean it's immutable, unchangeable? But America has changed, and dramatically so. In 1960, 60% of Americans said they would never vote for a black president. Almost 50 years later, the black man who said racism is in America's DNA was elected president, and 4 years later, re-elected. That's only the most obvious example of racial progress. There are many others. Take interracial marriage. As William H. Fry of the Brookings Institution wrote, sociologists have traditionally viewed multiracial marriage as a benchmark for the ultimate stage of assimilation of a particular group into society. Black-white marriages were still illegal in 16 states until 1967, and a 1958 Gallup poll found that only 4% of Americans approved of black-white marriages. Today, that number is 87%. In 1960, of all marriages by blacks, only 1.7% were black-white. Today, it's 12% and rising. Now, what about racial profiling and abuse of blacks by police? Doesn't that prove that racism remains a major problem? In the summer of 2014, Ferguson, Missouri became ground zero for this accusation when a white policeman shot and killed an unarmed black teenager. While a Department of Justice investigation of the incident cleared the officer of any wrongdoing, it did accuse the city's police department of racial bias. But what was the Justice Department's report's most headline-grabbing stat? The gap between the percentage of blacks living in Ferguson, 67%, and the percentage of those stopped by police for traffic violations who are black, 85%, an 18-point discrepancy. Racism, right? Not so fast. Blacks comprise 25% of New York City, but account for 55% of those stopped for traffic offenses, a 30-point discrepancy, far bigger than that of Ferguson. Why isn't the NYPD, a department that is now majority-minority, considered even more institutionally racist than the Ferguson PD? The answer is you cannot have an honest discussion about police conduct without an honest discussion of black crime. Though blacks are 13% of the population, they commit 50% of the nation's homicides. And almost always the victim is another black person, just as most white homicides are against other whites. In 2012, according to the Center for Disease Control, police killed 123 blacks, while, by the way, killing over twice that many whites. But that same year, blacks killed over 6,000 people, again, mostly other blacks. What about traffic stops? Unlike when responding to dispatch calls, police officers exercise more discretion when it comes to traffic stops. Therefore, racist cops can have a field day when it comes to traffic stops, right? Actually, no. The National Institute of Justice is the research agency of the Department of Justice. In 2013, the National Institute of Justice published a study called Race, Trust, and Police Legitimacy. 3 out of 4 black drivers admitted that they were stopped by the police for a legitimate reason. Blacks, compared to whites, were on average more likely to commit speeding and other traffic offenses. The Institute wrote, seatbelt usage is chronically lower among black drivers. If a law enforcement agency aggressively enforces seatbelt violations, police will stop more black drivers. The NIJ's conclusion? These numerical disparities result from differences in offending. In other words, not because of racism. Similarly, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration also found that blacks violate traffic laws at higher rates than whites in every offense, whether it's driving without a license, not wearing a seatbelt, not using a child safety seat, or speeding. Is there still racism in America? Of course there is. But racism is not in America's DNA. Recent history and a lot of research and data prove it. As liberal Harvard sociologist Orlando Patterson said, America is now the least racist white majority society in the world, has a better record of legal protections of minorities than any other society, white or black, offers more opportunities to a greater number of black persons than any other society, including all of those of Africa. Patterson, by the way, is black. I'm Larry Elder for Prager University.
So
To subscribe to our YouTube channel,
no, I don't
click
want
here.
No, I already did, but whatever, dude. Shut up.
So that's the original video. That's not Drunken Peasants.
No, it's the
reaction
original.
to it,
No, I
right?
didn't do Drunk
Okay.
Peasants. No, fuck them. But no, seriously, Matt Dillahunty and I think Paul's Ego had a problem with the statistics saying that 13% of the black demographic commit 50% of the crimes. Violent
But
crimes.
yeah, they didn't listen to it. They specifically said 13% commit 50% of the murders, and they
correct.
Yeah.
extrapolated that to all crime.
Correct, bingo. You're 100% right, Paul, man. nail on the head, man. And this is what you get. And you know what happened is TJ actually defended it. He's just like, no, it's murders, violent crime. It's 13% of 30%.
Yeah, these are people
50%
not wearing
murders.
seatbelts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so funny how Matt Dillahunty and Paul's ego responded to that. Oh, no, that's not true. That's not. And
Poverty.
Poverty is their fucking key point. It's like poverty. I'm sorry. Okay, so a black guy goes to court and says, hey, why'd you commit this crime, son? Well, judge, I committed because I live in poverty. I'm sorry. I did it. I got no money. And, I killed my girlfriend because she was sleeping with another guy, or that I'm part of a gang. And it's the only way I can make money. I don't want to do better for myself. I'm sorry that my mother raised me and I had no father figure. Don't forget about those fucking issues, right? They don't fucking get it. They really don't fucking get it. And it's all about poverty. This is the reason why. And that's what Matt Dillahunty said. Oh, it's poverty.
They want to skip the actual problem and go on to, trying to find some other angle.
Yeah, they're
to throw
scapegoating.
at it.
Yeah, they're scapegoating. Yeah, exactly what they're doing. And it's so sad when, I watch shows like the first 48 hours and all that, and I watch these, and I just watch, I'm not against black people. I'm not racist whatsoever, but I will say that blacks do commit more violent crimes than whites. Of course, it's evident,
Stop
right?
stating facts, Joe.
It's especially when it comes to per capita. It's so much more. And
Even
people,
without per capita, when it comes to
even
murder,
with
blacks do it more.
You're 100%. You're 100% right.
In this country, it's not per capita or non per capita. It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, exactly. But if you go to per capita, of course, it's if you look at
it makes it way more.
Way more,
stark.
yeah,
It makes
exactly.
way more of a point if you do it by per capita. But if you just actually add up the FBI numbers per homicide in this country, it's not. You'd have to do per capita. You don't have to do that.
the
I
funny
mean, there's
thing-
not much in it. There's not much in it. It's 5,000. I'm pulling figures somewhat close to the numbers, but it's like 5,100 versus 4,900.
It's around there. In 2013, he stayed here.
Something
2012,
like that. Yeah, which is fucking
he stayed with like
ridiculous.
6,000. It's not even. You're looking at 13% of the fucking population, man. And
But they're
this is
killing
what-
each other.
Yeah,
and that's what people.
and they're killing each other. That's the funny thing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
Well, it's funny if you're not being killed, I guess.
Oh, I guess Black Lives Matters don't care about that shit. They don't care about that. They don't care about their own neighborhoods.
Have
Paul.
you've read about their mission state, like what they're about, right?
It's to a certain point I did on Wikipedia probably a month ago, but go ahead, Paul, if you want to expand on that.
Oh yeah, no. Most of it's about state violence and about everything's about state violence and about bringing and keeping the black man down. It's about state violence. If they're people are in prison, it's because of state violence, not because they actually committed the offense. The education's bad because of state violence, things like that, not because they don't want to fucking learn. They think if they learn too much,
Yeah.
they're being too white, which is ridiculous.
It is
fucking statement.
ridiculous. I mean, like, you look at what happens in these high schools and middle schools. They're just doing it to themselves. And then you have people like, what was this one girl? I forget this girl's name, and the police officer where he ripped that girl out of the desk because she was so defiant. She didn't care about a police coming to the school and ripping her out of her desk because she didn't want to have. She doesn't care about authority. That's what people get pissed off at me about. It's like, well, she didn't want nothing. She didn't give a fuck about authority. She disrespected authority. She disrespected her teacher, her principal, and then the cop. It's like, okay, sorry, but how's that going to work? How's that going to help that demographic out when it comes to having a proper education? It's not going to help them. I'm sorry. I'm like, we got to be truthful when it comes to these issues. We really do. And there's people out there, regressives, of course, they don't want to hear these facts. They don't care about that. But we're deemed racist right away.
Joe, I think they do care about the facts.
I think they do care about it, but they don't want to bring them up because it would make them look like a racist.
Yeah, but that's
As
too
we're being
uncomfortable.
called.
I don't want to look a bigot. I don't want to look a racist. And they've got this like internal fears going on where.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's America, I guess. But no, in fact, it's Europe as well, isn't it?
But
Especially. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
No. I was just going to say that part of the problem is they skip over identifying the actual problem. They skip over to the causes of problems without even, like, we can't. The problem a lot in media is that they like to, they like to downplay and they obscure things. They like to say, oh, it's not like there's not a problem here. There's not a problem here. But when you say, oh, there is a problem, they go, well, yeah, well, it is a problem. Okay, fine. But because of poverty. And so we got to do something about poverty. Well, what do we got to do with something about the people committing crime first? And maybe identify that they're actually doing it so we can do something about it.
Exactly.
They can't wrap their heads around that single problem first.
Yeah. You know what would be more beneficial? You know what would be more productive? Is Black Lives Matter. If they didn't come up with these hideous viewpoints, insane viewpoints on police brutality, it would. They need to recognize what's happening in the inner cities. That'd be more productive. Calling out white officers, saying that they're racist because they killed a black child or a black adult or a teenager is ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And when you look at that statistic, you know, when police kill other individuals, when it comes to police killing other people, those statistics are in favor of police killing more white people.
Of course.
And
because
they
there's more
ignore
white
those
people
facts.
in this country.
And they ignore those facts. And right away, they pull the racism card. This cop was racist when they have no information, no facts to support that claim. That's what's fucked up about it. But it's okay for black people.
That's why I'm saying, because with Black Lives Matter, part of it is because it's institutionalized racism, and it's also state violence. So no matter what, anytime that happens with police interaction, it's going to automatically be state violence with a black, even if it's quote unquote justified.
Yeah, if you listen to the hangout that I had with that cop the other day that I had on my channel, I mean, this guy's saying, the more interactions that you have with police, then you're definitely raising the
bar.
You're going to have more problems. The more times you interact with police, you're going to have more problems.
Correct.
I mean, that's obvious. I mean, I've interacted with the police in this country maybe twice, on a sort of a criminal basis. I got stopped for speeding once, and I got stopped another time for speeding, but he didn't give me a ticket. And that's the only interactions that I've had with the police in this country. Other than when I first got to the country, and I didn't realize that you don't get out of your vehicle if you get stopped. That wasn't like because in England, if you get stopped by the police, you'll jump out your car and go, "What's up, dude?" But in this country, you sit in your car and you keep your hands visible. But I didn't know. That didn't even occur to me when my wife was involved in like a fender bender, and she was really upset about it because it was a brand new vehicle that we were driving. And this guy rear-ended us a little bit and like knocked the bumper off and stuff like that. And I jumped out of the vehicle not to sort of confront the guy, but I jumped out of the vehicle when the cops turned up to say, "All right, I want this sorting out." And he was like, "Just sit back in your vehicle." And then he wanted my ID, and I was then seen as a threat because I wasn't complying with the police officer's instructions. I mean, out of ignorance, not out of malice or anything like that.
Yeah, but you caught on pretty quick though.
Fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah,
because then they want to know who you are. Then they want to know your ID. Then they want to know your name, address, telephone number, and all the rest of it. And you've got to give them it if you want to comply with the police's instructions.
The thing it boils down to is respect authority. Don't piss the cops off.
Of course.
Just don't fucking do it.
It's pretty fucking obvious, right?
Yeah, it's just don't resist arrest. You know, and these people get pissed off at me when I say don't resist arrest. Well, they're violating their basic human rights or civil rights. Like, get the fuck out of here. Cop comes over to you. I don't care if you think you didn't do anything wrong. You just don't resist arrest. You just say, "Yes, officer, how can I help you?" And then people go, "Well, this is the demographic that is done wrong." Get the fuck out of here. I'll give you a situation that happened to me probably like 5 months ago. I was driving to work, and I got pulled over by a state trooper, black guy, right? So he pulls next to me. He walks up the passenger side of my truck. And then I dropped my wallet. As I was trying to get it out, as he was walking up, I dropped the wallet next to my feet. I'm like, "Oh, fucking great," right? And this is when all the shit was going down, right? So I had my hands on the fucking steering wheel. He came next to me, and he just poked his head in. I put the window down. He's like, "Yeah, you know, New Jersey State Troopers, you know, I'm pulling you over for, you know, whatever." I'm like, "Officer, I'm just letting you know right now, I had my wallet next to my feet. I did drop it. I just wanted you to understand. I'm going to keep my left hand on the wheel. Yeah. I'm just going to reach my right hand down real quick. I'm going to pull the wallet up and show you. Okay, I'm not going to point it towards you. I'm just going to pull my." He goes, "Okay, go ahead." And then I seen him go like for his gun. He like grabbed his gun. I'm like, "Oh fuck, here we go."
No, they put the hand on the gun immediately.
I put the hand on him immediately. So he had his head through the window. I seen his shoulder, his right shoulder, go behind him. So I dipped down. I'm like, "Okay, I'm just grab my wallet." I leaned down. I'm like, "Here, I'm going real slow. I'm coming up." I'm like, "Here we go." And I kept on saying it. I'm like, "Here's my wallet. You see?" He's like, "Yeah, I see it." I'm like, "All right, I'm going to take my left hand off the steering wheel. I'm going to grab my license." He's like, "All right." So I was like, "Here you go. It's visible. Here you go." I grabbed my license. I had my insurance card, my registration. I'm like, "Here you go. Here's my information. Why'd you pull me over?" And he's like, "Well, you're speeding." And that's how you have to do it.
Don't appear to be a threat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the main thing with the cop. Don't look like the most passive person you possibly can. These guys are armed to the fucking teeth. You think that's the only gun they've got on them? They've got a shotgun in the trunk. They've got a fucking probably a automatic weapon
Assault
in the trunk.
rifle in the trunk, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, why would you? The only people who want to fuck with police and not comply with their instructions are people who are doing things illegally, or they just have some problem with the police.
Correct.
Full
Bingo.
stop, and they're just fucking idiots.
I think it's for the most part that's the issue. They have a problem with police, especially when it comes to gang, in the hood. Gang
Well, I've seen
gangs.
this. I've seen this on a lot of these regressive YouTube channels, and I could name them right now, but we'll save it for another time.
Yeah.
Where they are basically just hating on the police. They think the police there is systemic racism within the police force, and systemic attacking of black people. Fucking bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. The stats don't line up with it.
No, they don't.
And you can say whatever you like. I've spoken to a police officer who is an active member of the police force in a state in the south of the United States. And he's, listen to the Hangout. He'll tell you. He's told stories on the Hangout. It's very interesting if you want to take a listen. I mean, these guys do a very, very difficult job. They get a lot of training, but they don't get trained with every single scenario. And a lot of these scenarios are fluid, and they've got to deal with things in real time, and it's not fucking easy.
The funny thing about this is, like, when it came to was it Tamir Rice? I made a video on, and Tamir Rice approached a cop car. Lifted his shirt off. Was going for his gun. The toy gun, even though the cops didn't know it was a toy gun. And then what it boils down to is the cop shot him. Okay, as he was going for his gun. Well, people need to realize that action is quicker than reaction. As the action is going on, the cop is already behind the 8 ball. If this guy's going to shoot him, he doesn't know. When you're walking towards a police car and you lift up your shirt and you're grabbing a gun, I'm sorry, the cop is saying, what the fuck is going on? No hands up. They're all for about hands up. Hands up. Don't shoot. This kid didn't do it. 12 years old, yeah, it's sad. It's sad. He was a big 12-year-old. The cop was a rookie, of course. He could have waited a few seconds to answer, ask a question or two. But when you're in that predicament, when he's that close, it happened, dude. And the cop found not guilty. He wasn't indicted. It's sad, yeah. I feel bad for the family, of course, yes. But where's the family in this situation? Did they know that their kid was going out without an orange tip on a airsoft gun? That he was waving that he was brandishing the gun at people? That's the reason why somebody called. I'm like, these are the issues we need to be serious about and talk about. But Black Lives Matters take this as in police brutality. It's like unbelievable. Unfucking believable.
And the thing that people don't understand, and I know, I remember I was talking about when we first covered the Mike Brown thing. I had a quite different, quite different opinion than what I have now.
So
that's also because I was unfortunately listening more to TYT than actually looking at the facts.
I'm on board with you, man. We both did, I think.
Yeah, like the police are given a lot of leeway compared to me. Like I'm a concealed carry holder. Right, I know the laws in my state. I know what I can and cannot do. The police are given a lot more leeway than we are. The police, if they feel that their life or is in jeopardy, they are allowed to use deadly force in response. With us, with regular civilians, you have to know that that deadly force is about to be used on you, like that type of thing, right? Yeah, he was playing around without an orange tip on it. I've had and I still have them here. I'll find them. I can show you guys sometime. I had toy guns when I was a kid, but all of them have the orange tip, and none of them have been modified so that they don't have the goddamn tip. I used to play with them in my yard. I used to play with them in my backyard. I'd never go to a goddamn park and play with them. That's just fucking stupid. Yeah. I would never point them at random people either. I'd point them at my friends, if anything. If I point them at random people, that's just a fucking stupid thing to do. So there's all kinds of things that added up to the bad situation. But people immediately go to, I think, racism.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, well, a white kid playing with a toy gun would never get shot. Really? There's actually stories of white kids playing with toy guns that got shot. They just don't get televised that much.
Well, the funny part about that is I think AIU brought up a good point on that when it came to toy guns, saying that 24, I think, whites were killed holding a toy gun or possessing a toy gun, and there's only 5 blacks, and when you kick in per capita, they were off by 0.8. It's like, what?
Another thing I want to throw in,
even God, go Grant.
Another thing I want to throw in is as a cop, when you drive up and within 2 seconds somebody is pulling their shirt up and going for what looks like a gun. I mean, they're trained to basically,
You have seconds.
to expect the worst. They want to. They don't. I'm sure the guy didn't want to shoot the guy or shoot the kid.
No, of course not.
But at the same time, as a cop, when you're taught to expect the worst in any situation, and when you're what was he 10 feet away?
Yeah,
you got to react.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to.
Well said. Yeah, Grant. Yeah, it's action is quicker than reaction. So.
Yeah, I mean, none of us are police officers, and I presume none of us have been. I know that you've had some active service, Paul.
Aye.
Yeah.
Right. So you would have a better idea than any of us three. I'm sorry, you have as well, Grant. You've been in the forces. Yeah. So you two. Sorry, I'm changing my analogy, but you two guys have a better idea than I have fired a live round. I've fired live weapons and everything, but I've had basic training. Like, don't keep your finger on the trigger if you're carrying the gun around and stuff like that, which is pretty obvious, really, when you think about it. But most people are not trained in combat situations. Most people are trained to react very quickly and necessarily with force to certain situations, unless you've had that training. And people don't understand that. People don't understand how difficult it is to be a police officer.
It is.
I get
That's
the
what I was
essence.
trying to get to. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I get the essence of how difficult it must be. I mean, I work with people in my job, but my job is not to do with enforcing any kind of law, legally anyway. So it must be a fucking nightmare. I don't know. It must be awful for them. It must be awful when they do something that they feel that they've done legally and followed the rules, and then yet still get hauled up in front of a court somewhere because somebody thinks they've done something wrong.
Exactly. Real quick, I want to some comments here. This is a really good comment, which I'm going to destroy. David likes Batman stated, without TJ, will this show turn into an echo chamber? No, it's not. We're discussing topics.
All right, hold on.
We're discussing
Joe,
shit. Go ahead.
Joe, what's your opinion on firearms?
Firearms. Here we go. You ready? Yeah. And Paul's been into this. Here we go. I feel there should be some kind of gun control when it comes to assault rifles. And
Fuck you.
So here we go. This is the echo chamber, right, guys? Here we go. Fucking insane fucking comment.
Yeah.
So here we go.
I don't hear the same echo coming back, Joe, for some reason.
If we're going to talk about echo, here's the echo. Echo. That's where you're going to go.
No.
That's
There's
the echo
certain
chamber.
things. I mean, I don't agree with you guys on everything. Obviously,
Exactly,
from the beginning, I'm left.
I don't agree with Anthony's sweater at all.
That sweater is
right.
really, that's faggotry there, dude. I'm sorry, dude. That is cute.
It's got skulls.
That is gay fucking nightclub written all over it. Dude, I'm sorry.
Like I go to nightclubs anyway.
That is cute. Seriously, I'm going to take a picture of that, dude, and fucking post it on fucking Twitter. I'm going to post it on Twitter. But go ahead, Paul. Were you finishing up? Did you? No.
What's that? Oh, yeah, no. I was just going to say, I don't agree with everything. I mean, I'm left libertarian, and I was from the beginning.
Well,
That's why I never really say anything because people mock libertarians all the time, but whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna have the same exact views as everyone on the panel. Exactly.
And what the show's about is actually critiquing and criticizing ideas and videos. So if that's an echo chamber, if that's your view of an echo chamber, so be it. Just don't even watch the fucking show.
Oh yeah. Don't mean as an insult. Okay. No. It's just no. We're not going to be an echo chamber because TJ was. No, I mean TJ had different views than me, definitely, and I think Joe still has different views. Grant does, and Anthony I know does too as well. So.
Yeah. I have different ideas on gun control, but my feelings on it are not that particularly strong, dude. I've lived in Texas for 5 years. I mean, I know the fun that you can have with guns.
Yeah, I shoot guns.
I've never shot a live animal. I did go hunting once, and I had a 30-06, strapped over my shoulder to kill a deer, but we just got too drunk to do anything about it. But the usual hunting trip, right?
That's a good one. I like that. Super.
That's always a good mix. Garns and fucking booze. Yeah.
But I understand the humor behind it, and I understand the American ingrained sort of psyche with guns, and I get it. It's nothing's going to change in our lifetime, without a doubt. I'm not for banning guns. I'm not for banning guns because it's pointless. It's pointless even arguing.
Well,
say that but I do agree with Devin in that civilians shouldn't really own guns.
Well, the thing is, Anthony, is like we have so many guns.
I know
if we
I'm
react
totally
now and implement certain, laws, I'm like, it's not really going to help that much. Can it help? Yes, I think it could help. Of course, if they do for, guns for money type of issue, which has been done in the past. It's still going to be an issue, no doubt. Like, look at France. I'm like, these assault rifles that these terrorists had, they brought across the border. For the most part,
or they bought
right?
illegally.
So they had them. They can get them. France has sort of strict laws, gun laws, but in America, we're all about our guns here, man. It is.
But I don't like the argument of because it's flawed that there's too many guns in this country, so it's pointless doing anything about it. I don't like that argument because that's shit.
I agree with you there.
No. But the thing is, you got to actually go after the causes of the problem, and what people, especially on the far left, try to do, like Feinstein and the rest of them. They go after the fact that there are guns and that people get guns, or they get them so easily, so they try to crack down on things like
conferences,
things like the gun show loophole, which doesn't really exist, or they say, oh, you can't have this many rounds, you can't have this many, we're going to restrict the size of the magazine. Meanwhile, the people who actually usually are the ones committing the murders don't give a fuck. They don't go buy their guns legally. They steal them most of the time. Like majority of the time, the guns are stolen. The whole supposed background loophole, I think guns are used, guns obtained that are actually used in crimes are like maybe 7% from gun shows. So you're talking about a very small people who might do it. And then you're talking about people who actually got it at a gun show, who actually go out there and commit a crime with a gun they know is registered. It's like, fuck off. All these things.
Another thing I want to touch on.
You got to go after the actual people who perpetrate the crime and go after the problem like that. So you go, assault rifles are the problem. No, handguns are the problem, and certain people using handguns are the problem.
To me, Paul, to get a gun in America, to go legally buy a gun, right? It should be like getting a passport. That's my opinion. It should be like everybody knows, not everybody, but the government knows who you are. The government knows what you have. They're not going to stop you getting it, but they just want to know what you've got.
I also want to point out there too is
that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not. American,
I know.
So.
I'm like the gun issue is very touchy on the show. Absolutely, trust me.
No,
and it's something we should talk about, of course, no doubt. But what I want to point out too is I don't know if Drew, Paul agree with me here. Is I think when it comes to a lot of these like shootings in America, mass murders, whatever they want to call them, mass shootings, I think we need to really look at. Mental disorders too. I hate to say this, people are going to be upset when I say this, but we looked at people like God, I forget this guy's name, not Dylan Roof. It was the other kid. He was evaluated. He was seeing a psychiatrist, and psychiatrist
the one that wanted pussy and didn't get it.
That guy, and also the guy that shot up
Elliot
the movie
Rogers.
theater.
Elliot Rogers.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So this guy was mentally unstable. The psychiatrist knew this shit, and now we don't have any kind of prevention where a psychiatrist could say, she's going to deem this guy dangerous. We need to look into what the mother has when it comes to weapons. You know what I mean? Look at that. Look at his neighbors. Let's look at the family, cousins, relatives, whatever. And this is something we really need to look at too, is the lack of mental, health in this country when it comes to children. I think that's a big point too, that we should talk about. What we're not going to talk about tonight, but I'm just saying, I think that's another thing we need to look at too. I'm all for about gun control, no doubt. I don't think all the guns should be taken away from everybody. I don't think that, but again, I'm on the fence on this situation. I have always been on the fence. Paul knows this. Me and Paul have talked personally on Skype about this, right, Paul? So we've talked about this. So again, I'm on the fence, and it is what it is. But okay, we're going to talk about it in the future. But I'm losing my voice. I had laryngitis this week, so I apologize if I'm not coherent as I should be, but yeah, my voice is fucked up. But
sure, you're never that coherent.
I know. I take it too deep.
It's that big microphone you got.
Yeah, it is, man. It's a big fucking microphone, man. Swallow that motherfucker. Yeah, guys. So let's see here. Man, 126 people in here. Holy shit! I didn't think we'd get that many tonight. We usually have 200 to 300, but late notice on the promotion.
Really?
Yeah. Let's play this latest video. We'll talk about it, and then we'll get out of here. Again, I didn't watch this video. Okay, this is something I didn't watch. This is one of the 3 videos I did not watch. The other 2 I did. And let's talk about this video here. It's 5 minutes long, not too long. But before we do that, I got to go take a piss. So everybody go to the bathroom, whatever you got to do. Kiss your husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the fuck you do, guys do. And and then I'm going to play a song, and we'll come back with our last topic of the night and just chill here. So let's play some Rob Zombie. How about that? Yeah. What happened?
Oh, just wait, it's not done yet.
What happened? What? What's so awful?
He said the music's off.
The music's on. It's not on.
Dude, Joe,
Wait till I start getting my request.
All right, we're done our break. So here we go. We're back live, and we got a video to play. So we get
Joe,
over this.
Joe, if it's your show, right, and I know it's your show, right? Can I possibly give any suggestions for any future music?
Dude, you can always give a recommendation. Listen, when I had the host on the show, and Paul knows this all the time. He does it also. Before we should start the show, we have a pre-show, right? So we have a pre-show for an hour where I play all music. So what happens is I always ask in the group, in the Skeptic Fan Show group, hey guys, you got any requests? I'll get them on. Just give me the band name and the song. That's all you got to give me. I've been a DJ. Well, I was a DJ for 15 years, so it's easy for me to get those songs. So yeah, of course you can. And
But you got to do something else besides Radiohead.
yeah, before we get on,
I've got plenty of.
I like Radiohead.
Grant.
Hey, listen, I like a lot of
You
fucking
talk
music,
about Radiohead
dude.
all the time. So
I've seen them live. I've seen Muse live. Let's get some Radiohead. We want some Muse. We want some dance music
Muse
on
is
there.
good.
People
Muse
that keep
is-
things pepped up.
Dude, I play.
No, I'm just saying.
Dude, I play some dance music. Do you want to hear some dance music, motherfucker? Before we get on, here, I'll give you a clip, a little sample of what I like. Here, see if you know who this band is. This band is from.
Regulators. Regulate any stealing of his property.
that?
We're
Oh,
damn
geez,
good,
yo.
too. But you can't be any geek off the street.
Unbelievable. That's a good song.
and
I like
and
that
that
song.
music was ripped off of I think it was with Michael McDonald, something like that.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, what?
Lalo wants some Cat Stevens.
Lalo's in the chat. Where's he at? Is he in the chat? I'm trying to Cat Stevens, dude. Cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the room. There you go. Here you go, Lalo.
Yeah, I guess some of that one.
I know my Cat Stevens brother. I'm a DJ, dude. Fucking that's what I did for 15 years. All right, see if you know this song real quick, and we'll get back to the show here. Here you go. And this one, hey, since you lived in England, here we go. This was a popular band back in the day. I'm talking the late 80s, mid 80s, late 80s.
Is that Oasis?
Yeah, it is actually. Here we go. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. Here we go. See if you know this. Dance music. You like dance music? So no, it doesn't ring a bell. No.
All right, calling to the stage, Mandy, calling to the stage. Up next is brand new.
To other man. See, look at all the people in the chat that know this song.
That sounds like Underworld.
Sort of. Way before Underworld. See, look at everybody. Look at these people. Roxada knows it. Front 242. Orbital Angel knows it.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody knows this shit, man. Come on, man. Everybody knows I'm an EBM industrial fan here, man. Come on.
People like it. Yeah, I feel like I'm in a gay techno club.
Dude, no, back in the day, it was not gay. Trust me.
Let's get some Cat Stevens on. That's all. I want.
That's one of the fucking things you would never say in an EBM industrial club back in the day is this music's gay. No way.
Sure, what?
Sorry. Yeah, it doesn't happen. Never happened. But yeah, maybe next time, Lalo. Is Lalo in here?
They just sent me a DM on Twitter. I replied to him. So.
Yeah, I seen him on Twitter saying, "Yeah, let's listen to a bald head motherfucker." Or whatever he said.
Yeah, that guy, by the way, needs to retweet out that my old account is suspended, just like TJ did. He did it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Devin to do it as well.
Yeah.
I need my 1,000 subs back.
Yeah, you do, man. Your followers.
Yeah. You still don't know who you pissed off, huh?
I've got an idea. I've got an idea, but it wasn't me. It wasn't anything I did at all. It was somebody who doxed, like literally, properly doxed somebody. And gave their full address out, where they worked, email address and stuff like that. And he sent the tweet to me. I didn't like it, retweet it or anything. I'm like, whoa.
Anthony, just stop being a dick on fucking Twitter. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
You know, but I'm not. That's the thing. I'm in a argue with people.
Hold on. What you got to remember is you're personally responsible for every single person who follows you on Twitter.
That's right.
Twitter. And anyone who follows me on YouTube, fuck.
No, I was suspended earlier this week, and I had to delete 3 very innocuous tweets, and I deleted that, got back on my account, and then I've really not been on it for the last couple of days because I've been busy at work, and then I was on it yesterday, and it just said your account's been suspended.
Oh my god.
That was it. And then you can send an email with a brief outline of why you think you shouldn't be suspended, and that's it.
All right, let's.
It's kind of
Normally that sucks. They normally tell you why, like you got to delete a tweet or some shit.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that before. I mean, anybody can get that, but it seems like Twitter are coming they're coming down harder on free speech, I guess you can call it.
Yeah. It's part of us.
You know.
Yeah, it's part of their new idea that they're going to crack down on supposed harassment and shit on Twitter, which is hilarious because they allow certain people who they like to do it, and other people. It's a very bullshit. Like Twitter, the way they enforce their rules is very
it's very wide ranging,
lopsided.
Yeah, it's very vague. I mean, it's very easy for anybody to fall into that trap. If you have a Twitter account with 20 followers, you're not going to get anything. You can tweet pretty much whatever you like, but once you get like 1,000 followers, then it changes the game. Basically, you know, you're a lot more visible. There's a lot more people retweeting you and favoriting and all that kind of thing. And because of the visibility, I guess it raises your profile and makes you more vulnerable to attacks.
Yeah,
which I think is what's basically happened. I think that's what's happened. That's my feelings on it. That's my gut feeling, is that I've been targeted by a lot of people who don't like me.
Oh no.
We just don't care about you, Anthony, and your Twitter, to be honest with you.
I don't care about the people who don't like me.
I'm just fucking with you.
There's a lot more people who do like me.
What I'll do is I'll put a promotion out there for you. I only have like 400.
Oh, I don't care.
Or whatever.
I'll get it back. I'll get it back. I've got the biggest YouTube atheist backing me. So I mean, any help else is great. Lalo says he'll retweet.
Lalo is fucking awesome. He's a good dude.
He is. He's a friend of mine.
He actually interviewed me, which is pretty fucking silly.
He interviewed me too,
yeah, you too. That's right. You're right. Yeah, you too. It was a silly interview we had, but I thought it was pretty decent. I'm sorry. It was good. He's a good dude, man. He's a good host. So.
He is.
Hitting my fucking e-cigarette, which I'm trying to change to. But all right, let's get to this last topic here, guys. ISIS soldiers attack women with dick pics. What a fucking name of the video, right? Oh yeah, dude. This is. I haven't watched it yet, so this is all off the cuff, man. Here we go. Again, guys, this is not a typical Skeptic Fan show. We're just introducing our new host here. That's all. Here we go. You can see I'm starting to lose my voice now. Here we go. Just in time too. Here we go, guys. This is TYT. John here.
God damn it! You didn't tell me it was TYT.
I'm sorry, dude. I just.
Give me some TYT, pal. I never watched.
Give me some TYT, baby. Yeah, fuck TYT, of course.
I fucking hate
balls.
TYT.
I used to like them years ago, dude, but they changed this fucking regressive format. I'm sorry. And I love the word regressive now, man. It's taken off big time. I love
Keep saying it. Just keep saying it just to piss people
off. No,
we
can't do it because I'm known for saying regressive too much.
Yeah, probably you're not allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, we're not allowed to do that. Well, whatever. Yeah. All right, here we go. Here's the video.
You can now add dick pics to the list of reasons you might not want to be a foreign supporter of ISIS, and an American woman is finding that out the hard way.
The intro says it all, man. Is that amazing or what?
Fuck me.
Fucking John, dude. Right away. Here we go.
John Motorola.
So this is a statement that she put out on social media.
Can you share the screen?
Fear Allah and do not message me. I've stated...
Oh, shit, no. Can you watch it live or no? Are you watching it live or no?
I've got it. Yeah, I got it.
Because if I do that, I'll mess up screen caps.
No, go.
You good? All right.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, because I'll mess up screen caps. Here we go. Let me rewind that a little bit. Here we go.
Social media. Brothers, fear Allah and do not message me. I've stated this numerous times on all my social media accounts. Can you not read a simple message? Can you not see that I do not wish to speak to you? Can you not listen when you are told not to message me? Does that big head of yours not have a brain with which to think? She's just sick of seeing their big heads in her inbox all of the time.
She's got a boner to pick with them.
She does, and justifiably so, and she's showing it. Let's see. What has become of the Ummah that you think it is acceptable to randomly message a sister to say salam? Why? They're just being nice. They're just saying salam. Why aren't you imitating the kuffar? Why can't you follow some simple basic rules? And it goes on. She gets pretty graphic here. Even a dog can be taught basic commands. Yet sad it is that some men cannot even learn simple rules like go away, Do you need a doggy treat every time you learn to obey commands?
So just so
These are the fighters that are going to destroy America.
And this is funny. They're going to support this shit to a certain point. Here we go. What? All right, here we go.
so I want to be absolutely clear.
Here we go. Anna's, I need to be absolutely clear.
Which means she's not going to be absolutely clear.
John and Anna are so, I'm like, they do this on almost every video. We're going to state the facts here. These are the facts. They might say facts, but they ignore the other facts. Here we go. This is awesome.
So these are ISIS fighters that are sending unsolicited pictures of
messages,
their penises
yes.
to this female ISIS supporter.
So she's openly a supporter of ISIS on social media, and they think, well, that's why I got involved in this in the first place, so here's my jihad. Like,
that is incredible.
yeah.
Where are the,
wow.
Where are
John?
the feminists
God
at,
damn,
man?
John.
Fucking awesome, ain't it?
He must be taking comedy lessons from the fucking fat ass.
My God, dude. This is fucking epic, man. I haven't watched this yet, so it's good. So, here we go.
So, look, let me just say, there is a possibility that those sending dick pics are actually not ISIS supporters, right?
You think it's people trying to stick
Yeah,
it to her?
to troll her, understandably so. If you're an ISIS supporter, then you deserve to be trolled at the very least, right? But if it is ISIS supporters, or if it is members of ISIS,
Literally members of ISIS.
yeah, then I just find it so funny.
They're not members of ISIS if they're sending dick pics? They're not? Okay. Well, whatever.
They're killing themselves and they're killing others based on their interpretation of morality, right?
Supposedly.
Right. And then at the same time, they're sending their own supporters their dick pics.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Their interpretation
Hold on.
of
How is that
morality.
How is that hilarious? They have their own own morality, and at the same time, they're sending dick pics. Well, obviously, why the fuck wouldn't they send dick? How is that funny, Anna? How
I
the
know, it's
fuck
not
is
funny.
that even remotely funny? You stupid bitch.
It is pretty pathetic, though, right?
Yeah, this is another reason why I don't watch the Young Turks. I don't get. I mean, that just seems like it's just a big muddy in the water case.
Somebody said hashtag nuance. Fucking great.
There's no nuance in that, is there, whatsoever?
It's like she thinks it's so fucking funny, but she doesn't realize the damage these fucking people are fucking doing. Oh my God. Sorry, my headphones. It's just so amazing. They think it's just so fucking entertaining. It's like,
yeah,
I don't even understand entertaining. It's just the stupidity that she's trying to do a joke out of it. Like how it's somehow funny that they're doing their own weird, twisted version of morality, and at the same time they send a dick pic. Like, okay, how is that remotely funny? I don't see the humor in how. Like, where's the polar opposite in that? How would there be an opposite? If you think the guy is like following where women are subservient and shit, of course you'd send a dick pic because all women want to fuck you.
I get the impression that what the Young Turks are trying to do there is to undemonize ISIS. Like, hey, ISIS guys send dick pics too. Do you know what I mean? They're just like everybody else.
I send dick pics. Yeah, happens.
I don't know. It's pointless. It's a distraction from the actual conversation that we should be having.
Yeah, you're trying to point out like how absurd they are. Like, come on, they're trying to fight for the caliphate, but they're sending dick pics.
Yeah, it's like, this is
look, they're just like us guys. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, it's like it's like this is a situation we need to really worry about. Is ISIS members send dick pics? This is the damage that is happening throughout this world. People, dick pics.
I'm sure that's what keeps people up at night. Dick pics from the ISIS members.
Fucking amazing, isn't it? Though.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm pretty sure they're gonna say more stupid shit. Here we go.
Let me read just one or two more, and then we'll circle back around because she has an interesting conclusion at the end of this one. Have you
circle back around? What do you mean, John? A reach around?
Seriously become so low that you think it's okay to message a sister? Don't be surprised if a day comes that your daughters, mother, wives, or sisters go around messaging guys. You're turning them into sluts, you fools. Would you like it if some random brother messaged your wife or sister? Some of you might like that. You might like to watch.
That's slut shaming, John.
Yeah, exactly. I was just ready to say, yeah, that's fucking weird.
Not then know you are a pure hypocrite, nothing else. So may the hypocrites burn in the lowest depths of the fire. Wow, she really does not want you to say salam to her. She does not like it.
Well, you send her the dick pics, and then she gets hot and bothered and ends up touching herself, and then she feels guilty, and then she's worried that the ISIS fighters are going to come after her for being immoral, and it's really this vicious circle. It's a big issue.
She's viciously circling a part of her body.
Yes.
Yes, and she doesn't like it. But lest these messages offend you, she says, P.S. I do not apologize for my harsh words. You're not a little girl, such that you should get offended.
She's.
Oh my God.
What? How? Where does she live? What I'm amazed
It's not
by.
immediately clear. Supposedly America, but it's social media. It could be somewhat falsified. Look, the reason this is obviously a stupid, silly story, but the reason that I bring it up is there's a couple of reasons. One,
here we go. Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Here comes the reasons why John brought up this story. Here we go.
Again, the idea that people are going and fighting for ISIS because they are so moved by the words of the Prophet, and they only want to follow his example in the words of the Quran.
No, John.
What?
The Hadith. Fucking the Hadith, the Sirah, John, not the Quran. You fucking douchebag.
All right, first
This
off,
is how much he
he's
knows
gonna-
about Islam. You know, he doesn't understand Islam.
Well, I mean, the straw man he's building, where that they're gonna, they're inspired by the word and they want to fight and only be righteous.
Yeah, really, right?
Yeah, well, righteous is a subjective interpretation, isn't it, there, John?
It's a wider point that they're trying to make here, and the point I see that they're trying to make, if you cut through all this bullshit, is that ISIS, you don't really need to be worrying about them. They're not that big a deal.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what you get from Americans. And that's what you get from Americans is you've got more chance of being killed by a car. You've got more chance of being killed by cigarettes. You've got more chance of being killed by this, that, and the other. Nobody's going to be killed by ISIS, dude. Nobody's going to be killed by ISIS.
Yeah.
Downplaying them again.
Of course.
But they're just downplaying it. That's this whole exercise is just to downplay the threat of ISIS.
That's all they're doing.
Now, I'm not thinking that I'm going to be killed by ISIS. I'll make that perfectly clear.
Correct.
I don't think I'm
Same
going to
here.
be. I'm not going to be a victim of terrorist activities. Not living in where I do in Texas, or Paul, or Grant, or Joe, or anybody.
Yeah. Oh well.
Chances are you're not going to be the.
You
victim.
guys got to worry about white ring.
So what they're saying is
Right wing and
because-
Christian
Overall, I
extremists.
think maybe my chance would be better than anyone else in this conversation, just because Elton Simpson came from Phoenix. But other than that, who gives a shit?
I don't know who that is, but okay.
Oh, the guy who actually went to Texas to try to shoot up the Draw Muhammad contest. Elton Simpson came
The
from
guys that killed.
Phoenix. Like, there's a cultural center / mosque here.
Oh,
in
you mean in
Phoenix.
Garland?
Yeah, Garland. Yeah.
Garland, yeah,
Oh,
Texas.
yeah. Well, he got shot in his face. Good night.
Yeah. So, but if there's like retaliation or if there's more radicalization, but even then, I don't hold a high chance of me ever being attacked by ISIS here.
Yeah, but my point is, Paul, that they're trying to say that people like us are being hysterical about this.
Correct, yeah.
And we shouldn't be that concerned about it because you're never going to be affected by it. And they'll then go talk about the car and allergies and all that kind of shit. But that's not the point we're trying to make. Well, I'm not bothered that I'm not going to be affected by it. I don't give a fuck. I know I'm not going to be affected by it.
Bothered
But
by
that's
what's
not
going
the
on.
point we're trying to make.
Yeah. The point is that it's actually happening throughout this world, and it's moving into Europe, and
let's point and look and say and be shame these people. Why are you doing this shit? No, well, but the regressive left will say, why are you pointing at these people when you have so many other problems to deal with? They'll want to talk about the non-problem when we know about this. That's what people want to talk about. They don't want to address the actual issues.
listen, if it's a non-issue to them in their livelihood, in their day-to-day activities in life, they don't care about it. They'll support that type of people, or that.
And that's the American way of life.
And that's the American way of life, correct? They don't care what's going over in Europe or what's going over in the Middle East. They ignore that shit. They don't care. So it's like, whatever. Something I don't have to worry about. Something I don't have to talk about. But we're sitting here talking about it because it could be a potential issue if we don't speak against it and we protect our borders.
Well, it's not a potential issue, Joe. I mean, it is an
It is.
issue.
Well, in America, I mean. I'm like, what's happening in Europe and what's going to happen in America in the near future, something we need to talk about because it's going to be a potential threat like what's happening in Europe right now. We don't see really what's going on here in America like it's going on in Europe, right? We got to be honest, right?
Of course, it's a gradual process.
It's a gradual
I mean,
process, correct,
You know,
yeah.
the Muslim population of this country is less than 1%.
Correct.
So why are we even talking about this? Why are we even
Exactly.
talking about it?
You're
That's
right.
what the regressive left will say.
It's
Why are we
exactly.
even talking about this?
Yeah, that's
We
exactly.
should be talking about these poor people that are wanting to, come into Europe and do all the rest of it. That's not. They just missed the point. They missed the point entirely. It's the ideology.
No harm, no foul.
But
No
but
harm,
that
no
comes
foul.
from That comes from the need to vigorously protect the minority, remember? And no matter what cost, because the Muslims are minority here, but not in other countries. So they always talk about the Muslims here, the Muslim Americans, and they don't look at the bigger picture. Yeah, we get it. The Muslim Americans here are very moderate. They don't do these things, except for very few exceptions, you know. But then you got to look at the bigger picture. And they try to downplay, like you said, they try to downplay ISIS. I remember they did a video recently where they said that they cut the salaries in half and how ISIS is losing money and how that's going to stop them. It's like, right. If you think that they're fighting for money, you haven't watched their videos, have you?
No, you're right. You're right, Paul. On that, they did cut their salary by half. Just
and they're still doing shit every day.
Yeah, exactly. To Tommy from the Bronx, I'm in the same situation you are, bro. Tommy from the Bronx. I'm out too, bro. So I had to revert to or go to my e-cig here, man. So my puffer.
Yeah, that's always good. Let's do e-cigs and cigarettes while you have laryngitis, you fucking retard.
I know, dude. I am a fucking retard. Lalo. Lalo finally fucking made a username. Holy shit. Is that really him or no? Should I mod him? I'm out of it all. Tommy's just drink some fucking beers. I'm sure you got enough alcohol there, Tommy. That's all you need. Let's move on with this video. There's like another 2 minutes left. Here we go. And I'm sure the end is always, well, I should say the end is always epic when it comes to TYT. Here we go.
No, in the same way that they murder Muslims when they're not supposed to, and they drink alcohol when they're not supposed to, their sexual morality is all fucked up too.
Whoa. Let's get some context here. Let's get some context here. Hold on. I gotta rewind that. Let me see exactly what he's getting at here. Come on, Johnny Poo.
Of reasons. One, again, the idea that people are going and fighting for ISIS because they are so moved by the words of the Prophet, and they only want to follow his example in the words of the Quran. No.
The Hadith and Sirah, okay.
In the same way that they murder Muslims when they're not supposed to, and they drink alcohol
they don't consider them Muslims.
Their sexual morality is all fucked up too. These are just fucking guys.
They
It's
are.
allowed,
yeah,
you're allowed to drink alcohol to fit
but
in.
also the sorts of regular, terrible online guys that are just going to salam all over you.
Here you go, guys. Islamic terrorism. They're just guys. They're just guys.
Regular guys. Yeah.
Just regular guys. They're sexist, you know. Where are the feminists at? You know, these guys are just sexist, man. They're not harming anybody. They're just sending dick pics. It's like fucking amazing, ain't it?
See, they're harmless after all.
Oh my God. Here we go. Another 2 minutes. Here we go.
They're going to salam you. They're going to send you a picture of salami. It doesn't matter. You're getting all of it.
I don't want to think about ISIS salami, but I do want to make a really quick point for all of you who are watching right now who have in the past sent an unsolicited dick pic or are thinking about it in the future.
Think about the writing.
This is the important. This is so important that she has to say, and we're not going to talk about ISIS. Let's talk about unsolicited dick pics. Here we go.
Yeah, the real point we need to make is some stupid feminist
this is
thing.
exactly what it is. Even though the title of their video says ISIS soldiers attack women with dick pics, she's going to talk about dick pics.
Anthony's fucking face right now.
I know, dude. He's fucking
well, I can't see his face because his head's down.
He's forearm palming. There we go.
There's a difference between men and women, right?
Here we go.
I think that men, they might receive a picture of a woman maybe bearing her breasts, maybe she's naked, maybe it's some sort of scandalous, seductive, suggestive picture. And then they'll jack off to it because they get turned on, right? It doesn't work that way for women.
Part of the social contract.
Right. It is. It doesn't work that way for women. Like, women don't receive a picture of your Johnson and think to themselves, you know what? Marriage material. They also don't look at...
Some might. Anna, how do you know? How do you know,
I love
Anna?
how she knows exactly what men think too, and then John's like, "Oh, it's social contract." Shut up, John.
Yeah,
you
here we go.
fucking pussy.
Fucking unbelievable, man. This is great. Oh my God.
a picture of your Johnson and think, oh my God, where's my vibrator? I have to pleasure myself right now. It does.
Many do.
Some women do.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of women do.
Hold on. Send a dick pic to Mercedes Carrera. See what the response is then.
Yeah. Damn. Do that again, Anthony. That was funny. Good. Thumbs up. Oh my God, that's fucking funny shit. Here we go.
Why do they ask for them?
I don't know. Maybe women do ask for them.
Some do.
Look, not
They do. Trust me, I know they do.
every woman is the same.
My guy friends have told me.
No.
Yeah, right,
But
John. Right, John.
usually, if a woman asks for it, it's because she wants to analyze it with her friends. It's not.
Oh, come
Really?
on. Really? Really? Like your girl that you're dating is going to show your dick to her girlfriends. I'm like, I don't think that really happens too
Well,
much. does
maybe.
it? Maybe, but I don't think it happens that much. But
Wanted as many people to see it as possible.
Oh my God.
Let's post it on the website. That's. Bear in mind what she has given you. It's great advice. And then finally, again, and one more reason that we wanted to bring this up is
here we go. This is it. It has to do with ISIS. I've not watched this video, but here we go.
in the
Is that
same
a
way
Trump
that
shirt?
Yeah, dude. Look at a Trump shirt with cash in his hands.
our other story where we were talking about their pay being cut, like, this is a shitty situation that they have created for themselves, and they deserve it because they're literally the worst people on the planet right now. And those of
they
you
are,
who,
John. They are. They
Wait,
are
did you
now.
say
Now
pay
they
being cut?
are. Wow. Like they're actually admitting now that ISIS is the worst people in the world. It's not Christian extremists. No, it's not. Are we going to have that equivalence here? Maybe. Maybe. Let's see.
More than likely.
Here we go. Here we go.
are living in a Western country or whatever. You're living in relative luxury and safety. But for whatever reason, you think that these are your people. They're doing in the world what needs to be done. They're not your people, man. They are fucked up in every sort of way. And you
Thanks,
think
John.
that supporting them online or, God forbid, going to live with them. We have seen so many stories of people desperately trying to get out of that situation because it is literally hell on earth. And this woman is just getting a little taste of that 3 or 4 inches at a time.
From a dick pic.
Wow. What a fucking joke there at the end by John. What a joke there at the end with John, man, huh? Jesus Christ.
Wow. Yeah, thanks for that hard-hitting
Some of that-
message and analysis there, John. Real good.
Wow, I thought they
That's
were.
it.
I thought they were going to do the equivalents like to Christianity and shit like that. They didn't.
I was actually
Surprisingly,
waiting for that.
yeah. Surprisingly, they didn't do it. So, dick
Um,
pits, guys.
I need a bathroom break, and why not?
Again.
All right,
If you
let's
want to
do
do like
a-
an after show? We can do.
Yeah, let's do a little after show if people want to come in here for. We'll do it for a half an hour. Lalo, if you want to come in here, I think he's still here, right? Yeah, he's still here.
Yeah, boy.
So if Lalo wants to come in here for a little bit and chat, we'll do a little after show. Again, guys, this is not an official Skeptic Fan show. We're more prepared. This was a last minute decision. It was
This is an
just
audio
to,
check.
Yeah,
This
this
is a
was just
video
an audio video check,
Yeah, which I failed. Yeah,
which you did fail. You know, you figure the long term
I
guy
didn't.
here, the guest that's been with us for over about 2 years now.
Right.
Figured he would have his video straight, but he didn't. It was just to introduce Anthony and Grant here, the new host of the show. But let's take a 5-minute break here, and we'll get some other people in here. Sorry, I got a burp. All right, here we go. Lalo, if you want to come in, hit me up on Skype. I think I still got you on Skype. You can come in if you want. And then we'll do a little after show here. And
Talking
then-
about fucking little hobbit.
Sorry, I'm just reading something real
I've
quick.
spoken to him 3 times this week
Hey,
already.
play a metal song for him right quick.
No. Well, yeah, you can do. Yeah, do that.
Nah, I'll switch up.
I'm going to disconnect. It's fine. Do whatever you
We'll
want.
do like a...
No, for Lalo. Do it for him.
He hates metal as well.
Lalo, do I still
Exactly.
have? Do I still have him? I think I have him on Skype still. Is he still on? Yeah, I got him on Skype.
I'm going
Hit
to
me
do
on.
myself because I need to go pee.
Yeah, Lalo, hit me on Skype. Tommy from the Bronx, if you want to come in on Skype for a little bit. We'll do a half an hour after show party. Half an hour. Tommy from the Bronx, invitations out there. Lalo, invitations out there. Come on. And then we'll just bullshit for half an hour. Guys, it's not an official Skeptic Fan show. It was just introduced to 2 new hosts, Anthony and Grant. And next week, we're going to have an official show. You know, they're going to be more prepared because we didn't have a production meeting. So we're going to have a lot of topics, 6 topics. They're going to do the research. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be awesome. So we have David Silverman in the lineup soon. I don't know if he's going to be part of the next show, but maybe the show after, which I think is February 13th, I think, right? I think. We're going to have him on. We're going to have Gad Sad back on the show, which is going to be awesome. And, yeah, this is the kickoff of Skeptic Fan Show Season 5 2.0. It's going to be awesome. So let's take a little break here. Let me get some guys in here if they want to join us. And we'll be right back. Let's play a drug and get swole.
I guess what this means is that I'm never going to not show up this.
Hopefully without that sweater.
All right, good.
What the
Awesome.
fuck is wrong with this sweater?
Welcome to
You think
the
it's like a
after
Christmas
show.
sweater or something?
I know, really.
Yeah, when was Christmas?
It's not. It's got skulls and shit on it.
Dude,
What's really cool?
it's very fucking metal, dude. Gay, but metal.
But I'm a metal. I mean, my brother was metal. He had the long hair and everything. And he was a fucking headbanger and all
Would
that.
you say
Motorhead and
he
stuff
was
like that.
metal? He was metal?
It was metal. Yeah, it was metal.
It was.
He likes to do hashtag metal
Well,
on
look,
Twitter.
don't even fucking start, dude. Don't even fucking
It was
start with that
metal.
stupid little beard of yours. Shut the fuck up.
My brother was
with
metal.
Joe in the meeting. We didn't have a meeting.
Joe.
What the fuck is a meat end? What is a meat end?
Joe.
What the fuck
Can I just say for the record, this is my friend, Lalo the Gash.
What the
A
fuck are you
very good
pointing
friend of
to?
mine.
What are you pointing to? Your dick?
No, just pointing to him because he's down.
No, he's actually down
Across.
next to me.
He's down. He's very tiny.
He's right there.
He's very small.
Oh, you're very small.
Ewok.
Lalo?
He's Ewok
fucking
shaped.
webcam?
Lalo is small. What? Dude, that's racist, dude. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I have done that. I've done a live. I've shown my face before to Lalo, briefly. I don't know, because I've got this new webcam and stuff. It's a little bit different. So
Hey, Paul's here. Holy shit! Oh, Paul, you just had your fucking video. What'd you
Damn.
do? Jesus Christ, Paul! Finally, we had Paul's video. And
God
he
damn fucking thing.
you click.
Lalo.
I was watching the stream.
Listen, guys. We need to have a meeting, and your brother needs to. He needs to turn you onto metal on Twitter.
these wankers that try and do fucking English accents, man.
I know it's pretty bad. Hey, listen, dude.
I don't think I've heard people trying to do that. I hear that every single day.
Dude, listen, my Uncle Brian, dude, I got a lot of family in England, so I
need
gotta
to
I
hear
be
it.
hear
Oh,
that
God.
every single day.
Yeah.
You probably do, don't you? Anthony, you probably do, don't you, man? People fuck with you or no?
I do, man, because I work with the public. I work with other people and I work with the public.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah, I hear
awesome.
it a lot. But it's fine. I mean, it doesn't. It used to. I went through a stage of when I first moved to this country that it would be really funny for people to try and mimic the way I talk.
Yeah.
And then I went through a stage of it got really fucking annoying
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
because everybody does it so badly. And then now I'm like, it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really make me laugh either, though. I've got to be honest.
True.
Everybody does it badly. Everybody does it badly. I do appreciate a very good impression,
Yes,
but
absolutely.
they are few and far between.
I,
Yours was terrible.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I
Nice.
appreciate that compliment. I hired a Southern guy 2 weeks ago, right? So he's taking care of my body shop when it comes to parts. So I hired him. He's a good guy. He came from Missouri.
Do you run
He lived
Joe?
in-
Do you run a chop shop?
No, I do not. No. No, I might run 3 car dealerships. I run 3 car dealerships, but I don't do new chop shop shit. The body shop, I know, right, body shop, chop shops, of course. But yeah, I hired him. He's from the South, right? Very thick Southern accent, right? His name's what is this fucking name? I'm trying to think now. Rob. So his name's Rob. So I got the Rob and Bob show in this department, right? So I got this guy Bob and Rob. Thick fucking Southern accent, right? So we're all messing around with his accent and shit like that. Of course, because we're all from New Jersey, right? So we're messing with him like this, and he we were talking about. I was like, let me ask you a question, Rob. I was like, who do you think has the thickest accent out of the whole department, right? So I'm talking to him. He's like, you do. He's talking to me. I'm like, oh, okay, good. It's good to know. And everybody's looking at me like, dude, you don't have no accent. I'm like, well, that's what they think. He's going to think that I have a thick accent, like a Southern or North Jersey or New York accent. I'm just like, okay, well, it is what it is. So, but yeah, when it comes to accents, yeah, I can see your point there.
No, it's not.
Because
It's,
this guy's
it's
like,
just,
oh, your accent. And he was
no,
teasing me.
it's
He's
only
teasing what I
because
was
you've moved
saying.
to a different country. I mean, that's the big thing. It's you get it like you moved to Yorkshire. Everybody would be doing
Yorkshire,
"Oi, boys," doing the good fella thing.
That's my own.
And it would just, and you would get it day in and day out.
Yeah.
So initially kind of funny, and then eventually it gets kind of tiring because you've got to appear to be amused.
Yeah, true.
Because these are people you've never met before, so now you've got to haha and all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
And it does get kind of old.
It does get old, but I think it's more like when it first happens, it's more about entertainment and just joking with
course,
people. And
yeah,
having a good,
it
friendly
depends.
atmosphere, you know what I mean? So it's trying to get along with people.
It always depends on the atmosphere, and it depends how good the accent is.
Correct.
Because if it's really good, it will make me laugh.
Then you'll say, that's good, spot on. Yeah, exactly.
Fucking yeah.
Does that ever happen?
Lalo the Gash. How
Occasionally.
you doing there, buddy? Lalo. How you doing?
Occasionally, hello, Lalo. Go and introduce
Hello,
yourself.
Lalo.
Who are you?
Yeah, who the hell are you, Lalo? Explain yourself.
Chilean, Palestinian rock.
He's a good guy. Everybody is a good guy. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, Lalo. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I have no idea how to introduce myself. But I'm a guy in Chile.
Oh, geez, let's go. Let's go on with this now. Here we go.
I'm a dude in Chile who has a few Twitter followers and
A few. Jeez.
I I have a podcast and I've had Anthony and Joe on there. and I think they were good. Yeah, you didn't think our podcast was good, Joe?
Oh, I think our podcast was good. It's just, it's me, not you. It's me. I think it's no, I don't know. I thought it was good, but it's just like when I watched it back. But this is just me. I'm German, so I'm very anal when it comes to certain things, details. You know what I mean? I'm like, I should have added this. I should have added that. I should have said that. I should have said this. But that's just me. I think it was good.
Well,
no
we can
doubt.
always do it again if you want.
Yeah.
I'd love to have you on again.
Yeah, we could do it again in the future, but it's just me, man.
Yeah.
It's how I am. I'm like, seriously, this is how I am on Skeptic Fan Show. When I review our topics and I rewatch everybody what they're saying,
You shouldn't.
and I listen to what I say, I'm like, okay, I could have said that, I could have said this, and it's just me. It's just me like thinking, overthinking.
Stop,
you know what I mean?
Stop being so hypercritical of yourself.
I
because
am, dude. I am, seriously, I am.
No, dude, that first hangout, I remember the first hangout I ever did. And it was one with Devon, and I don't think you were on that one, Lalo, but we did it. It was just some like real big fans of Devon's, and we just got together, and I arranged this hangout and stuff. And I could not listen to it back. Just the sound of my own voice was so irritating. No, it wasn't what I was saying. It was just the tone of my voice. It just made me cringe every time. But now I've gotten over that, and it's just a natural thing.
You're 100% right, man. It's happened
Well,
to me. I'm like,
can I say one thing about Joe though? When I had him on my podcast, I don't think we had spoken ever really like face to face. I had seen him on just this Skeptic Fence, but what I liked is that we had a lot of points of disagreement actually.
Yes, we did.
Which I thought was fun because we got to debate. But what I really liked with talking with Joe is that he actually, like, I could tell he was really listening to what I was saying, and actually like absorbing the points and saying, oh, you have a good point there, but this and that. It wasn't just like he's just waiting for his turn to talk. And
You're right,
I like the majority of people online who you'll encounter who want to talk will do that.
They're like, yes, sir. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And then just
but now I want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's hard. We did have a couple disagreements, and I was just like, oh well, I don't know about that. And we did go on that. And
but I liked. I think Joe is I think Joe does really listen to people when he's talking to them.
Yeah, I try to, but I do now. But years ago when I first started Skeptic Fan Show, like 5 years now, it's like at first I'd be just like, I wouldn't listen to people, and you're 100% right, Lalo. You're 100% right on that assessment of me. Is like at first I was like, okay, I would not listen to people. Like even the guests I had so many awesome guests on the show, like back 4 years ago. I wouldn't listen to them. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, let's move on to the next question. And I wouldn't combat what they were saying. People were like, well, why didn't you question him on that? And I'm like, because I didn't listen to him. I didn't really listen to what he had to say. But recently,
But Joe,
it's something you have to really learn when you come into.
Joe, can I just interject?
Journalism and not journalism, but being a host and listening to guests and shit. Like, go ahead, Anthony. I'm sorry.
When you host like a Google Hangout, right?
I don't host Google Hangouts.
Yeah, I know, but it's a similar. There is a correlation there because you're hosting a show, and it is a show because you've got different guests and all that kind of thing, right? I host a Google Hangout, and if it's a really big one, like I've got certain people coming on and all that kind of thing, and I don't look at the chat. But I want the thing to run smoothly, so I always feel compelled to move the conversation along.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To
it's hard.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of the wider audience and trying to think of what they might be interested in. And you can get that completely wrong as well. And I've seen comments on my YouTube channel where they'll say, and it was on the very early ones, especially with you, Lala, because the first one that you were on with me. I basically tried to shut you up because I'd seen you on a hangout before, and it seemed like you really tried to control the conversation, which works sometimes. You know what I mean? It does work.
It works, but it's hard to do. So, Lalo, what do you think?
No, but
oh god, sorry.
Is that I tried to shut Lalo up, right? And not because he wasn't saying anything interesting. I just wanted to keep the conversation moving along. But I've become a little bit more
you have to keep in mind these were the hangouts where Anthony would basically invite on 10 women and me. It's like dude, get the hell out of here.
And seriously, listen. One thing about hangouts and stuff like that when you're doing a show, the more people you have, the more interference you have, and it's just a clusterfuck. It's people talking over people and this and that. So when you have like 4 or 5 people, it's pretty awesome, man. What I always told see, it's my voice, my laryngitis is kicking in now. is like when you talk to like hosts and stuff like that, me and Paul, TJ Drew, and these guys, of course, will learn. Of course, they did a wonderful job tonight. It's like when you're talking and you're making a point, some people will interject and people will say, hey, well, okay, that's a good point, but, and the person that was talking will cease to, finish their statement and listen to you. That's what it's about. It's about not talking over people. It's about letting people finish and like letting them go. And then if you're going to interject and interrupt somebody, make it quick and short. You know what I mean? You don't want to go on to this whole entire diatribe and say, well, no, it's just if you're going to make a point, make it quick if you're going to interrupt to somebody. And that's how it's all about, I think. And we've all learned that. We had this synergy going tonight. So I think the synergy, like what Anthony just did just now, he talked and he quit. The synergy was very good tonight. I think so. Good guys on that.
Yeah, if you continuously want to interject, and I think Grant's having a problem with that because I don't think Grant knows when to interject. But I think that's just because he's not, and that's not a slight on him whatsoever.
I know.
I'm sure he's got tons of stuff to say, but he's like he doesn't want to feel rude by interrupting.
It's hard.
But really, you just need to fucking do it. Just go, whoa, guys, I just really need to make this point.
Correct. 100%.
Can I just switch gears here? Can I just talk about this for a second? And you need to just, Grant, I'm talking to you right now. That's what you need to do, dude. Just say, right, okay, I just really want to make this point right now. And what you're saying there is, I'm going to make this point and then shut up. I'm not going to keep going on about it.
Correct. And you're 100% right, but we need to understand Grant, he loves the show, big fan of the show since 2012. He's been here. This is something new for him. It's something he's going to have to get used to. It's something that we're going to help him out with, of course. He has, I talked to him the other night, a few nights ago. He fucking has this ideas. He's like, I just want to, he talked a lot. He's like, he'll get there. Of course, this is unrehearsed, the show. When we have the topics and he could do his research like we will all do, he's going to have a lot to say, no doubt. So feel free to interrupt, Grant. Just like say, hey guys, shut the fuck up. Like, hey, Anthony, shut up. I'm going to make this point. And just do that.
We're talking about him like he's not in the room. Hi, Grant.
Exactly.
Yeah, hi, Grant. Exactly.
You know what Joe.
I know.
I'm just going to make this quick statement. I would suggest that me, you, Joe, and Grant just have a little three-way hangout on my channel.
Yeah, we could do that.
Threesome.
Wow.
And just chat about things. Just so we get and it's more for your benefit, Grant. Just so you get used to like just expressing your point online.
And that's the thing. We have the experience.
Right. Yeah. I don't know how would you feel about that?
I'm good with that.
Yeah. Hey guys, since it's a three-way, new dick pics. All right. So like the last topic we do, discuss.
I never sent
new dick pics.
I need to. Right. I've got no need to do that.
Good for you,
man.
Bullshit. All right. Oh, bullshit.
All of us have done it, man.
I've done it. Of course.
I've never sent a dick pic ever in my life.
Dude, my wife be like, dude, I'm horny right now. Send me a pic. I'm like, yeah, sure. Here you go. Here's a video, by the way. Pics? Fuck that here, honey. I'll give you a video. Fuck that. Fuck the pics. Videos are much better, sweetie. You know what I mean? Fuck. So, Lalo, what's going on, buddy? How you been, man? You look really comfortable in that fucking nice plush chair there, man. Looks very soft and comfortable.
Yeah, I actually inherited this from an uncle who passed away.
Sorry to hear.
Well, no, it was a few years ago. But
I like it, man. It looks professional, man. I like it.
Yeah, it's a nice chair.
It looks comfortable, man.
Oh, by the way, I really got to say, I think you went with a very good choice with Anthony.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Anthony, I think he's still like he's always lacked his confidence, but he's very good at a lot of things online that I think a lot of people have noticed. He's good at finding people to talk to, interesting people. I don't know how he finds them. Suddenly he'll find the person just on Twitter, very randomly, and they're the most interesting person you'll talk to. And he's also very good at engaging and talking. Yeah, he's a.
See, that's comedic value we need.
It was a good choice.
Thank you.
He's a good moderator.
I'm more confident on camera than what I thought it would be, because it really doesn't make any difference to me.
No, you were absolutely great tonight, man. No doubt. So was Grant.
This light is now. I see how fucking similar you are to your icon of Nelson. Jesus,
dude, it's fucking identical, ain't it, man?
Wow.
The fucking Twitter bully.
Yeah, but dude, Lala, I'm talking to you here, Lala. Today, I had a conversation with. It was yesterday that I had a conversation with my one of my employees. That she said that this is a girl that's like 27 years old, and she's got a kid, and she's not a kid. I mean, she's not a kid, but she has a child and everything like that. And she says, because I was talking to her about, I don't want to have this intimidating kind of presence at work because it's not very productive. And she said, I can see why people find you intimidating, but once they get to know you, they realize that you're not like that whatsoever. But I have like a very stern sort of demeanor sometimes. Yeah. I'm not doing it right now, but when I'm at work, I am. It's like I don't take fools gladly whatsoever.
No, you're 100% right, man.
I have no time for it whatsoever. I mean,
You don't take shit from nobody.
Yo, dude.
no,
Seriously.
I do. I do take shit from people. It depends how.
But not
like,
your coworkers.
Well, yes, my coworkers. I would take shit from anybody, to be honest with you. It's not like I don't take no shit from no one. I don't take fools gladly. I would, if I think they're stupid, then they're sewage to me, basically, if that makes sense.
Dude, I'm the same way with my employees, man. I have this, I guess you call it.
But you know, Joe, because you are an employer as well, right?
Employer.
You have people under you, right?
Oh yeah. I'm a director. I manage
right. So you know what that deal is. Well, you're exactly. You're a step away from what I'm doing.
But with the thing about me is, when it comes to my employees, real quick, and I'll touch on this, is I am the nicest fucking boss you ever want to meet. Seriously, I really am. But I am a fucking dick, and my employees tell me this all the time. I seriously am, dude, because I am very strict on my system, the systems I implement in the department. So you had to follow these rules. You have to do these returns right. We have to get the cores done. We have to do this. The ordering system has to be it has to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my management skills. If they follow that, I have no problem with my employees. They're fucking great. They learn it. New employees come in. I'm hard with them, but I give them the compliment sandwich. It's like, hey, you're doing a good job, but this and that, and then you're doing a good job at the end. Whatever you want to say, but it's compliment sandwich. They love the compliment sandwich. So you got to be like that with your employees. You can't be a dick 100% of the time. If my new employees are doing a good job, I'll buy them lunch. I'll take them out to lunch. I do it all the time with my employees. I probably take one of my employees out to lunch like every other week. If they're doing a good job, they made a good sale, I'll take them, hey, let's go to Marciano's. Let's have a good time and eat there. And they love it, dude. They go there and we have a good time. Say, hey, good job, man. I pat them on the shoulder, and they know I'm a dick. They'll be like, you're a dick, but you're an awesome boss. And and seriously, I am very, you haven't seen that side of me. Oh, you have not seen that side of me on YouTube yet.
Most people never will.
You never will, probably, because that's how I am. I'm very strict. That's why I've succeeded. That's why I've succeeded.
No, why?
So. Sorry, it sounded like you were squeaking.
Paul's back. Holy shit.
No. I'm just I'm looking to the side at the chat.
Wow, we see the ginger. The ginger is back on video.
Yeah, we'll see if it lasts. Fucking internet, man.
Jesus Christ.
Something tonight.
Yeah, where's your Sparta helmet, dude? Go get it, man.
No, I'm not getting the goddamn Sparta helmet.
We do it as well. Oh my god, it's funny. It's awesome. Look at him smiling. He's like, fuck that shit. Holy shit, Paul. Is that a square fucking cup?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. How the fuck? That's okay. Beautiful.
A flagon of ale.
Yeah, what kind of drink is that, dude? It looks very
And somehow he gets nothing
Coffee?
on the mustache.
Yeah, he gets nothing on the mustache, dude.
Of course he does. You just can't see it.
I mean,
Look at that.
Yeah, that's true.
There'll be dead birds. There'll be garbage. There'll be used toilet paper.
Oh, when I had a long beard, it gets so dirty.
It gets more dirty, really. Yeah.
Keep it like this.
Yeah. I'm waiting for my beard to get long enough, then it fucking bird's gonna move in like Peter had. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
So what are you up to, Lala? I haven't spoken to you in a few days.
Again, I was trying to go to sleep early, but there's always something. It's always like it's like almost 3 a.m. here.
Something you don't want to miss, right? It's like
yeah.
What's behind you there, man? Is that like a skyline, or is that just a? I can't really tell.
No, it's just a reflection. No, I'm just on the 2nd floor.
Big faggot. Do you know, dude? Did you see the tweets I had to delete earlier this week when I got suspended?
Oh, you read the ones you read out.
Yeah. Right? One just said faggot. One just said literally just the word faggot.
That's amazing. Can you really get flagged for just saying a word?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can have people. Yep. Yeah.
I was made to delete that.
I thought it was only like threats and stuff like that. I didn't know you could get flagged for like insulting someone with a one word.
Well, I'll say publicly. Yeah. I will say publicly. If this is public, I don't know how many viewers we've even got on this thing, right? It's not like a Google Hangout.
Well, we were up to 150. Now we're down to 83.
85.
Okay, that's really good.
We're usually at 200, 300, maybe sometimes 400.
So there's a Twitter user called Outspoken Realist, and he must have flagged my account several times because all 3 of the tweets were directed towards him. All jokingly, all nothing serious.
But even then, I've seen worse out of you, Anthony. So, if for those 3 to be flagged, it's nothing.
What do you mean by worse?
Well, I can't say worse, but harsh.
Showing dick pics, man.
Not dick pics or
no,
anything like that, but
No.
harsh. I mean, those were kind of.
But they're only harsh opinions. I mean, they're just
Right.
words on a screen. I don't know why.
What you got to do, Anthony, is send out like threats and insults, but just delete the tweet immediately. So the person gets them in their notifications.
Yeah.
So they can't report them because they're already deleted.
That's funny.
I could do that. Yeah, I shouldn't. But I
Because
would
after they can't report you if they've been deleted.
No, you see, the only thing
Now
I
they
did today
can.
was yesterday, in fact, when I had to use my secondary account, the Brown Monkey Bum, at Brown Monkey Bum. Follow me. Please.
Post it in chat, man. Post all your links, guys. Pulse, everybody. Push your links, man. I support everybody. So
I actually said to Rebecca, I said I prefer my new at name now because my other one was a real mouthful. It was at TXBAN, blah, 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 blah. This one is just at Brown Monkey Bum. And I can say that a lot easier than the other one.
listen,
But
I gotta ask you, what's up with the name?
Brown Monkey Bum?
Brown Monkey Bum. Yeah, what's?
It's what he obsesses over.
It was the thing
It's
that was
his,
in my head at the time.
Porn of choice.
It was in your head at the time.
It's a little.
It's a slight hint towards
Oh,
flying
shit.
monkeys.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It's a slight hint towards
Yeah.
that.
Okay, I
But
can
it's
see
just
that.
like Brown Monkey Bum. I don't know. It's just what I thought at the time. It was literally just very spontaneous. I just did it.
I didn't even think
But it
about
was a
that.
backup account.
Sounds like you're into like Mexican boys or something.
Oh, watch out now.
No, only you think that, Lalo.
Oh,
A lot of guys are gonna think that.
Fantasize about
Yeah,
it. What are
really.
you talking about?
Yeah, that's
He's
true,
waiting until
too,
you
yeah.
guys meet up. It's going to be a fucking shipping.
oh, that's so funny. A lot of people are gonna be thinking that. That's funny shit.
Dude, I tell you, I'm planning on going on vacation in October, I believe, of this year, and we're going to go to Santiago, and we're seeing this boy.
By the way, don't forget the Skeptic Fence show is invading the Reason Rally in June. June?
Yeah,
June, I think.
right.
it is?
Yeah. Now that's the thing, Joe. What do I hear this because I know that the Skeptic Fence have done like charity events and they've done
Yes, we have.
all this kind of other stuff. What do you need from me with regards to that?
For Reason Rally?
Well, whatever sort of charity event you're planning on doing.
Well, we're gonna have one in September, I think. Right, September. DPR Jones does one. It's called Doctors Without Borders. I've been, we have been part of that for the last 2 years. So it'll be. He didn't do it this year, but he's gonna do it last year. He's gonna do it this year.
Wasn't DPR a member of this show at one point?
No. He used to show up. He used to show up for the after shows all the time.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he's still a good friend of the show. He's been
Yeah, we're
really
talking-
busy.
Yeah, he's
I haven't-
talking
I
on the
haven't-
live show all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like,
he has his own YouTube channel, right? And I've not really heard him enough. I used to listen to him quite a bit.
He hasn't done anything in a while.
who?
really?
Well, he still does the magic.
No, he does
he
the
still
Magic
does the
Sandwich
magic
show,
sandwich show though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and they're
his
like,
baby.
they're like my kind of hangouts. They're like 4 hours, and like I'll look at his show and I think who's got time to listen to that?
It's very intellectual type of discourse.
Yeah.
Very
People
detailed
say
on
that
science
about-
and shit like that. So, but yeah, I'm like, we have a lot of people on the after show. We have non-stamp collector usually, even though he doesn't like the show where it's turned out to be. So, but Dark Matter 2525 shows up all the time. He's still a great friend of mine. So, me and him text like every week about shit. So he's a good guy.
I'm looking at Lalo's head and wondering when he's going to shave the hair off.
I know. It's like, we have the young
I
Mr.
really am.
Burns on the
Honestly,
hangout.
that is
Dude, what I
I'm
would love is a pic of Anthony, Lalo, and fucking Devin in a picture.
only when he
if,
shaves his head.
if I was with him right now,
Only when he
taking a
shaves his
picture,
head.
I would shave it all off. Just
It's going to be right in the middle.
match.
It's going to be in the middle. So you got me on one side.
I said
Devin
a
on the
2
other,
live
but
shit.
Even taller than me. I'm
Instead of the
6'2",
2 live crew, it'll be the 3 live bold crew. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we got a little.
I would subscribe to that. Fucking right. That's awesome.
Hey, Joe, aren't you on the East Coast where it's like there's a blizzard? Did that hit you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I got drilled with it, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got
The
about
giant purple and blue vagina. The fucking weather pattern just looks great when you look at the storm coming in the East Coast.
Yeah, dude. I got. I'm still getting drilled. It's about. I think before it got dark, it was 20 inches, and we're probably like 24, 26 inches now of snow. Yeah, I'm pretty much fucked. So, I all day, man, I was cleaning snow
Nice.
and plowing and doing all that shit. So, helped my parents out. My
Yeah.
dad has a snow blower, and I was doing all that and helped them out and got their, their driveway and their payments cleared. So they were all happy about that and put some salt down. And yeah, all day, man, I was out, man, since 9 o'clock this morning. So yeah, pretty rough. I'm trying to get over this laryngitis and this cold, and I'm just like, I got to help them out because my dad has a medical. He got rushed to the hospital 3 weeks ago with a TIA, a mini stroke, and he's okay. A lot of tests, but I said, Dad's not getting out there. I was like, I'll be over. I'll do it. Don't worry about it. So he was out there still with me. Like, don't touch anything, Dad. Get inside. I'll take care of it. So yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah, it's fun. I love the snow, man. I like 1 or 2 good snowstorms every winter. I love it. I love the snow, believe it or not. We were off today, Saturday. We do work on Saturdays, but we were off today. And Monday back to work, man. So yeah. Shitty, man. It's shitty weather, man. So
I'm dying from the heat down here.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you are.
Actually, not
summer,
too bad
yeah.
where I am.
Yeah, it's
Not too bad where I am. I'm glad I don't live on the Upper East anymore. I was stationed Watertown area. God, fuck that.
Fort Drum.
Yeah, I imagine they're under a lot of snow too now.
Great.
There's one really, really good thing I do like when it snows. And I've always loved it, ever since I lived in England, is that when it snows, I love the silence. Because you don't hear cars going around.
Yeah, it's very muffled, yeah, because of the snow, yeah.
It's not even muffled. Well, I don't know. My experience of it is just zero noise. You can literally go outside or your backyard or whatever, and you don't hear anything whatsoever.
See, where I'm at, when it snows, it sucks because it just brings on a disaster. Nobody knows how to fucking drive into shit.
It's
and,
true.
I mean, it's bad. And I see people all the time. Oh, I can't wait for it to snow. I can't wait to do sledding. Fuck you. No, I don't want this shit because I'm the one that's got to get out and drive in that shit.
Yeah, it's bad driving in that shit. I had a meeting last night, right? So before the storm hit, the storm was supposed to hit last night, Friday at 5 p.m., right? So I get out of work at 5:30. It didn't start snowing until 6. So we had to go do this meeting probably like 10 miles away. So we drive there, and I told the owner of the company, I'm like, Jim, dude, I was like, dude, it's snowing. I live 40 minutes away from where we're going. So if it starts snowing, I'm stuck. So he goes, well, hand in your 2-wheel drive demo. I'll give you a 4-wheel drive demo because I got a demo vehicle at my work. So I never have to drive my own vehicle. So I'm like, okay, give me a 4-wheel drive. So he gave me a 4-wheel drive. But lo and behold, when I get to the fucking meeting, I try to turn on the 4-wheel drive when we were leaving.
Meeting.
I love how Joe says meeting.
I know, meeting.
Got a meeting.
Yeah, it's my Jersey accent. But what happened is, I go to turn on the 4-wheel drive as I'm leaving because the roads are covered, like 3 inches of snow on the road. I got to drive 40 minutes under normal circumstances, right? If the payments were dry, it would take me 40 minutes to get home. So I go for the 4-wheel drive switch because I know where they are in the Silverados. I'm like, the 4-wheel drive switch is not there.
It's electronic, isn't it?
No. The older models like the Silverados.
Okay.
But this is a 2016. So I go to reach for it. I'm like, fuck, it's not there. So I'm like, you kidding me? A lot guy is the people that help out throughout the dealership. A lot guy got me a vehicle, a Silverado 2016 with no 4-wheel drive. And I didn't even notice it while I was driving there. So I look under the vehicle and there's no axles in the front. I'm like, fuck, he gave me a 2-wheel drive vehicle. It took me an hour and 45 minutes to get home last night, when it usually takes me about 40 minutes. I was so pissed. I'm like, I know the lot guy, Scott. I'm like, when I get in work Monday, I'm going to fucking kill this kid. I'm like, you gave me a fucking vehicle that was 2-wheel drive, you fucking jerk off. Dude, I was driving 20 miles per hour, 25 miles per hour in the snow last night just to get home. And it took me an hour and 45 minutes. It took me an extra hour and 5 minutes. I was so pissed.
When I was coming back from the concert last night, I had to go into 4 High. I have a Jeep. And even then, I'm still all over the place at 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm like me. It's like I did get up. I was on the AC Expressway. I was still swerving a little bit. I could feel the tail end going. It's a pickup truck, 2-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive. You're going to sway a little bit. But the wind is what killed me, man, because the wind, when that wind hits the pickup truck and it hits the bed, dude, it kicks you the fuck out, dude. So you're driving straight and you're starting to move left a little bit if the wind's coming from the right, and you're like, oh, fuck. And you got to compensate for that. So as you're compensating for that, you're moving more over to the left lane, and then you're getting close to the barrier, like the divide. You're like, fuck, dude. Then you got to slow down.
You're still talking about the weather?
Yeah, dude. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh, you should be
Oh,
perfect for this.
You missed the whole conversation, Anthony, about the weather. I know how much you love talking about
I
it.
know, dude.
Well, no, I mean, we're talking about winter storm there, which is somewhat
Here's a pussy.
more.
There's a pussy.
Well, it's like it is worth talking about, I guess, to a degree. I was just thinking actually as I was pissing there,
Oh, great. Thank you.
and you can reject this idea, John. I'm going to give it out on air.
So you were thinking about the
part
show
of
while
your
you were pissing. Thank
I
you.
think I think part of your show, and I know it's your
Rejected.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
I think part of your show, and maybe just a 20-minute, 30-minute segment, might be to direct some of your passion towards anti-regressivism towards other YouTubers.
Well, we do
Smaller
have
ones, bigger ones, medium-sized ones, whatever. I think we should do that.
Well,
I think it'd be a very interesting subject, and it would get people interested and engaged with those ideas. It's just an idea I'm throwing out there.
No. You're,
I mean, maybe look at the chat and see if people agree. I don't know if people are in the fucking chat right now, but I think that would be.
they're arguing with the guy right now, actually.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the chat always argues with people.
I mean,
the chat's awesome.
I'm not saying that proves my point.
Dude, like 70% of chat doesn't even listen to us. 30% does.
Yeah.
But seriously, it's typical chat room. They argue with each other. So.
Well, the chat thing is like, you can't concentrate on the chat if you're doing any kind of show, right?
Usually, yeah.
People must understand that unless one person is assigned to look at the chat and moderate it. And
well, that's what the moderators are supposed to do. I hate banning on my channel, but if it's constant, like this 3131 guy's doing, like constant spam and shit, yeah, kick that motherfucker. He's just coming here to spam and
shut up, Truth. Fuck off.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I mean, people don't realize that the people that are in the chat, unless the people that we know, nobody's going to pay any attention to that. That's regressive 101. I mean, who gives a shit about that kind of thing? But what I'm saying is, I think it would be a good idea. I think it would be a good idea, Joe, and you can blow me out of the water if you want.
Okay.
But I think it would be a good idea to focus a part of the show, not all of the show. We will give it a specific amount of time to talk about it. But let's pick a video out by something that we all disagree on. We can all agree on it on the meeting on Wednesday or whatever.
Correct. Where
we pick a stupid shit, and it doesn't have to be somebody that we know, right? It could be some Muslim regressive. It could be whatever. You know what I mean? Where we pick a video out and we pick it apart and say why it's bad, and just give a small part of the show to that. That's just an idea.
Good, Grant. Grant, what do you think? What do you think, Paul?
Something like when you had Skeptic of the Week. Kind of reverse that.
Correct.
Yeah, and exactly. Pick out that one guy, and
it's a good idea. Yeah. Paul, what do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
Paul and Lalo, you could do it too. Paul.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. I mean, if they
like in a civil way, like an intellectual way.
Civil way. Yeah, definitely. Just tear apart like a
protect their mind frame.
Or a video that's just full of inaccuracies would be good. Yeah.
Okay.
And conversely, we could pick one out that's really fucking good and highlight it.
True. We could do that also. That's what Skeptic of the Week was about for the last 3 years, 4 years.
Right,
so
but we kind of
now look at your old Skeptics of the Week and look what they turned into.
You're right on that, fucking Grant. Holy shit.
I hope what you guys do is not like what the drunken peasants do, because they tend. I really don't like the format they give it, where they just take really low hanging fruit, just really a miserable, lousy video with no points, and they just laugh at it. For now, they're like they pause. They say, "Oh, look how stupid this is." They keep going. Look how stupid this is. It's really for low level audience.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100% there, Lalo. Apparently, not an insult, but apparently you haven't watched the Skeptic Fan Show, have you?
No. I'm saying just don't do that.
Oh, don't do that. Yeah.
Of course, do that. Not that you
I would
do that.
never do that on the show.
But
trust
the
me.
drunken peasants do that. And
of course they do. Yeah.
That you guys avoid doing that. Like you were doing earlier with the Young Turks, that's a good thing to do, because it doesn't matter how stupid their video is.
Correct, yeah.
They have a huge audience all the same, right? And then you actually have to do say, well, the points they're making, either it's John or it's Anna or it's Jank, and you do have to say, well, no, this doesn't make sense for some so and so reason. But there are YouTubers out there, other YouTubers with a huge audience sometimes, or even like a medium sized audience, but but yeah, just like, don't look for the easiest targets. Sometimes look for ones that, like, this person is kind of maybe halfway there to making good points, but you can break it down why they're actually wrong in their arguments.
I agree. I agree, Lalo. That's great sentiment there. But what I'll expand on here is I agree with you guys. I think it's a good idea. We can make it. We can call it a certain segment for like a half an hour. Then we would do like 4 or 5 topics, and then make that topic like midpoint, maybe before we have a guest on, something like that, or a co-host. I think that's a good idea. I think we should really expand on that and really look at what YouTubers are saying on certain issues and note the flaws, note why they're wrong, I think, and try to be objective as possible. Maybe give them praise on certain points they make and criticize them on certain points where we think they're wrong. Yeah. No, I'm totally up for that. I think it's a great idea. That's a good idea.
Like, I think what you could do, for example, is like if a subject comes up, like, for example, cologne, during that time, you just you put into the search in YouTube cologne, and the first videos come up are usually the YouTubers that have sometimes huge following.
Yeah.
People who have like hundreds of thousands of followers, and their views are through the roof. And those videos are often like worth breaking down because those people have a huge voice out there that sometimes needs to be broken down. And sometimes it doesn't have to be just like, telling the person why they're wrong. It could be reinforcing why this person was dead on right.
Correct. Yeah. You're 100% right. I'm like, seriously, since I've been making videos about TYT and Kyle Kalinske, I have gained many subscribers that were subscribed to them, listened to what I had to say, and said in comments, seriously, you go look at it's like, okay, I unsubscribe from Kyle. He's wrong. I like what this guy had to say, and he's subscribed. They'd be like, unsubscribe Kyle, unsubscribe you.
I'm 12,000 people that disagreed with that video.
What's that?
They are the 12,000 people that disagreed with that video.
Which video?
The TYT Cologne attack film.
Well, they have like 3 of them. They're all massively downvoted.
That's an audience you can grab.
So they're your audience. I mean, there's a massive audience. There's a way bigger audience than the ones that agree with them.
Absolutely, there is, and that's the point of the expansion of the Skeptic Fan Show. Is like I went through. I revamped the show 4 times in the last 5 years.
So have you ever changed the name, or has it always had the same?
It's always been Skeptic Fans.
Okay.
So I started this back in 2011. So I had one host, me and him, and it was just bullshit and fucking around. Had a guest on here and there. We had Dark Matter back then, believe it or not. That's how long me and Dark Matter had been friends, 5 years. And he was like one of my first hosts on the Skeptic Fan Show. So we had him bullshitting with him, and then we have had him on the show plenty of times. Then I would switch to like David Fitzgerald. He was one of the first people I had on. Before he even made any of his books, I had David Fitzgerald on the show. So he's a big friend of the show. And, expanded from there. Then that guest, me and him had a fallout. And then I
because of the beer?
Acquired fucking, who was it? Matthew Steele, and Negation of P, which are still good people. I still like these guys. We had a falling out where they didn't like me drinking a beer on fucking the show, which was fucked up.
What?
Yeah. Then I got Drew and TJ on the show, and Paul. And then
that Negation of P guy doesn't like Devin, so I don't like him.
Yeah, Negation of P. He's a smart guy. The Negation of P is
sure he is.
Very, very smart guy.
Guys.
He went to a lot of.
Fuck that guy.
He has an education, which is really good. So, but he went to a theological center. What do you call it?
He's a fucking regressive. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Now he is. But back then, the issue back then wasn't, even like a year ago, it was nothing about being regressive back then. I'm like, it was all about Christianity. Everybody was bashing them. But what happened in my viewpoint is, like, since, Sam Harris, Bill Maher, and what's that douchebag's name that was on the Bill Maher show?
Affleck,
thank you. When that broke down, that changed my viewpoint on a lot of things. I'm like, wow, that's pretty fucked up. And then what happened is, I hate to say this, but this was the changing point for me, is like when same-sex marriage became legal throughout the whole country, that's when my interest in Christianity ceased to exist. I'm just like, okay, this was the big issue when it came to Christianity. Their defiance against the issue. Trying to say, well, this is wrong. Well, they were wrong. And we proved that they were wrong. I think our activism helped towards that. When you look at the approval rate in the 80s, 90s, when it came to same-sex marriage, what it is now, it's well over 50, 60% now. That's the issue, and that activism I think helped. Not my activism, I think it helped a little bit, but everybody's activism helped. Now Christianity, what do we gotta look for now? What is it now? Circumcision or what else now? What?
Who gives a shit about
There's nothing.
Well,
what else is there?
Still, the far right. There's still the attack on abortion.
Abortion.
Rights,
Okay, yeah, abortion.
Clinics
Okay,
and things like that. But,
good idea. Yeah, it's a good one. But that's what?
Yeah.
How much damage does that do? I'm like, yeah, we had the one guy
and
this
also
year last year.
The point is
but-
how long can you talk about that for?
Correct,
Because
right.
you
Exactly,
you have the Skeptic Fest. You guys talk for for hours on weekly basis, and okay, abortion. Yeah. Now what's the next topic?
Correct. Yeah.
And the thing is, Islam right now, they're giving new topics every day. It just doesn't stop with the terrorism, the attacks, and and other thing is that there needs to be a lot of conversation because of the pushback from apologists and regressives, and now you even have atheists defending them. So there's a lot to talk about, and you just can't say, well, Trump and abortion and gay marriage is kind of over. Now, it's like
Lalo,
like, yeah, you got
Lalo,
that.
now on the head, man, now on the head, brother, and that's what this show is going to be expanding to. So,
but I wouldn't. You guys wouldn't even know me if it wasn't for that incident with Affleck. That's what got me onto social media. I wouldn't even have talked about it. I would have been happy if the conversation had just continued with Christianity. I would have never gotten online. I would have been happy just to observe all this going on.
So It is so cool.
damn, dude.
Hey guys, I got a question for you.
Lalo's like, go ahead, Grant. What were you saying?
I got a question for you.
Sure.
As y'all know, I'm recovering. I just want to know what you guys think. You think a lot of the left is regressive because they don't want to, look like a conservative when they would, when somebody would bash Islam, or whatever. Usually you'll see, especially in my area, a lot of conservatives doing that. You think it's just because of fear of looking like, one of them?
Well,
the reason why they hold that.
Well, the issue with me, Grant, is people like me that speak out against Islam, and many people on this panel, we're the ones that are being told that we're more conservative, more Republican.
Yeah.
And so the liberals
that's
out
why
there,
I asked, because you see that a lot. You read that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, you're taking conservative talking points, or like Devin heard it one time. Oh, you're acting like Trump.
Yeah, it's what they do. They love to pick a popular figure that has a certain stance on an issue, and they try to equate you with that. I've been equated to sucking Devin's dick because I talk about certain issues, because I like the guy and he's been making headway on many issues. People don't like him, and what they do is they don't like me because I speak about similar topics that he does, or the same topics he does. So I'm known as a sucking Devin's dick on these issues. It's like, dude, really, dude? Like, no, I'm bringing up valid points. I'm bringing up information, being objective, bringing up stats, statistics, and telling you why. It's not like I'm making a video with Devin and saying, yeah, I agree with this guy. This guy's awesome. Oh my God, look at this guy. Look what he has to say. No, that's not the videos I'm making. I'm making videos that are similar to his or same topics. It doesn't mean I'm sucking his dick because he's making headway.
What does that even mean?
What's that?
What does that mean?
What's that?
I'm sucking his dick.
It means when you take a penis and you put it.
Lalo had to explain sucking dick.
It means you're part of the cult, Anthony, like all the rest of us, and all we do is just blindly follow him. Which is,
Even when
obviously, let's just go with the fact that he has very, very different views on firearms than I do. I don't agree with him at all on that. The reason I would agree with him on certain things is because, like him, I research things, or because what he is actually saying is factual, right?
Yeah.
So I don't agree with him on everything. I don't blindly follow him, and I don't agree. And so it's this stupid this idea that we're all in a cult, and it's a lot of projection I see from people. Honestly, on my what I'm seeing.
It's it's an echo chamber.
It is very weird how I find that an expat from England and a guy from Florida and another guy from Florida and wherever you're from, Paul, and I know where Lala's from.
I'm from New Jersey. Get it right.
New Jersey, I know. Right. So I find it very strange that we're all connected to this one cult mentality when it's actually just one guy that's saying the things that we wish we would have said.
Well,
12 months ago. That's all it is. It's slightly annoying.
It's just this new demographic in the last couple of years that is starting to speak out against shit. Liberal demographic, they're starting to speak out against this fucking bullshit and saying these aren't really true liberal values. I'm like, yeah, we're about equality, we're about progression, this and that, but the people on the left are not being honest when it comes to breaking extremism down or terrorism down. They're not being honest about the situation. We want to talk about that.
When to talk to what Grant was asking about the regressives, like why this kind of cognitive dissonance between kind of two ways of thinking. I think it is that they're kind of stuck between two talking points that they think are true. Because I think like 15 years ago, about like early 2000s, I think people, when the first like the new atheists, the four horsemen of the new atheist apocalypse came around with Sam Harris, Christopher Hitchens, Richard Dawkins, everybody was so on board with them, everyone in the left, and everybody seemed to be very into the bashing of religion and racism and attacks for people for their ethnicity or nationality seemed to be totally pushed out of the left. Everything was great, but then suddenly Islam was brought into the mix, right? Yeah. And a lot of people on the left were kind of caught in between two points that they know are true. One is that conservative religiosity is very bad. And in every way, it's just like Christianity, right? The conservative right of Christianity is just like the conservative right of Islam, and Islam is even much worse. We all know that.
Yes.
But then at the same time, the left is like, shit, I don't want to be racist.
Correct.
And in the United States, not being racist is so much more important than being against religion.
Bingo.
And now they're kind of, shit, okay, Muslims are not a race, but they kind of are. They're kind of Araby looking, they kind of look like me, right? So, and they're like, shit, so I'm against religion, but I'm comfortable criticizing Christianity because it's kind of the white male conservative Christian. I know what that is. It's the conservative right of Christians. Most of them are whites. Most of them are American. I can attack that, no problem. Yeah. And I'm not going to be called racist for it. But now I got these brown people who are kind of talking like them, but I don't want to be racist, and it's a different culture. It's not American. They kind of been attacked by American, military. Shit, I'm responsible for that. So they got this mix of like Chomskyisms and imperialism. They're all kind of fucked in the head, right? Because they know they have to be against conservative right. They have to be, for like minorities, and it's a mess in their head. But the people who get it very clearly, that the reason that these people in these parts of the country have lived horribly for decades, if not centuries, if not millennia, is because they were ruled by a conservative religious right. That's very clear to us. That's what's wrong in the United States. That's what's wrong there. And, like Anthony was saying, Devin gets it. Joe, he gets it. I got it immediately. It's not hard. Sam Harris, he gets it. Majid Nawaz, he woke up to it. He's like, fuck yes, this is the problem.
Anybody else?
It's such a clear problem.
It's going to take them a fucking
while. It's so funny how it's a clear problem, and then every time, you okay, Anthony?
Yeah, I was going to say, is there anybody else who thinks Lalo should get his own show?
Yeah, really, right. Shit, I might have to bring.
Maybe one day.
I might have to bring a fifth host on the show. Maybe, who knows? What the fuck?
It'll happen someday.
Oh my god, that's funny. The fifth wheel of the Skeptic Fence Show. Jeez, we have to talk about that. Oh my god.
Going back to what Anthony asked, the whole thing. What is it with the whole, dick sucking deal? I made a video. I made a video like a week ago. Talking about, look, it's time for me to hop off the fence. I went through the whole story where I first, was like what Lalo said, didn't want to look like a racist or anything, and I kept watching Devin's videos, Anthony's hangouts, and more. It got to the point I'm like, yeah, I need to come off this fence. As soon as I put that up, I had people private messaging me, "Oh, you're on that Rucock now."
It's amazing. I get it all the time still. Every video I do, I get
only
comments on
like
that.
a week or so,
Well, you know what? It just shows you that somebody's doing something good that they don't like. That's what it boils down to.
For me, I haven't made videos in a long time, and when I thought about it, doing it, a lot of what Devin says, a lot of what other people say in their videos is what I've already wanted to say. So for me to do it, it gets kind of redundant. Like it's things I wish I had said in the video, but they've already said it. So I'm kind of beat to it. So I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah.
At times.
Yeah, so true.
But I mean, I can do it. I'm actually going. I'm really thinking about doing videos. Fuck it, right?
So Paul,
but
Paul, sorry. So you don't feel like you need to reiterate the points that somebody else has made in your own voice?
Sometimes, but at the same time, like
why?
For me, it's hard to get everything like put together to do it. Like when other people do it, I'm like, fuck it, they've already done something, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
so I kind of give it up on like that.
You don't want to be Paul Glenn, so.
So is it?
Did anybody get that? No.
Yeah.
Paul Glenn.
So is it?
Nobody got
because
that.
this is the feeling that I got.
it.
Is it?
You got it.
Is it because that somebody's already done it better than what you think you could have done it yourself?
I run into that
the-
sometimes.
Sometimes you see that.
Not better. Just
like,
they've already done it, so I don't. I don't know. Like it's like I don't know how to fucking put it.
In a way, I know what he means because like I'll see a video from like TYT or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, when I get home, I'm a thrash these motherfuckers. As soon as I get home, look at my
Somebody else has
subscriptions,
something. Yeah.
4 people have touched that same video already.
Yeah.
It's like, what can I say that they haven't already?
True, and I do see what you guys are saying, no doubt.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll see some like somebody will reply. What was the one video? It was recent. I forget. I'm not going to remember.
To give an example, I kind of agree with you too. It's like, for example, that TYT video on the abortion clinic bombing that was not, and Drew did like 2 fantastic videos about it.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of doing a video on that story, I would just link Drew's video because they're done so well.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, why would I just reiterate 99% of the points he made already so articulate?
That's the situation with me. Was the clone? Thank you for bringing it up. It was the clone incident where I was really busy at work, and I'm like, oh dude, I really want to make a video about this, man. It's like they waited 5 days to come out with these reports. I'm like, why wait 5 days? And we see all these reports coming out about it. I'm like, fuck, I want to make a video. And then I seen Drew came out one, then Devin came out one, then Drew came out one. I'm like, why should I make one now? It's like I'm going to be regurgitating the same information or similar information that they have.
Yeah, that
and it
one,
does really kick you in the ass. I'm like,
Not really, Joe, because because if you can inject your own personality,
you're reaching out to another demographic. I understand that.
Right, and that's the thing, because you're not Joe. Sorry, you're not Devin, and you're not Drew.
Correct.
You're Joe. So people like your personality. So you should do a video about the things that you want to do.
No, I
guess that's my wider point. Is that
but for me, it's more of like, okay, say I don't make videos, and I haven't. So if I start to make a video, like if I start to make a video about something, like my view, if part of it's not going to get out to wider people, so I since my teenage years, I've always been against this whole SJW mentality, and it's been around since then. It just like kind of modifies and changes its form, and it attacks different various things. There's always the very authoritarian PC police jackasses that have been around for a while. So I've always been against them. I've recognized them. I just haven't spoken out against them. But when other people speak out against them, when other people are already calling attention to it, it's not worth it for me kind of to do it as well.
Because you get that self sort of gratification that they're saying the things that you want to say.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think Paul, to explain on
that shouldn't stop you from making your own video.
Correct, yeah.
No. For me, what stops me from making my video is actually getting everything in line, getting everything edited, getting information recorded, and it's just like, for me, I haven't been able to actually dedicate the time to do it yet.
Yeah, exactly. It does take a long time to do a video, especially when it comes to research. Hands down, every time I do a video with kind of research or screen caps, it takes me 3-4 hours.
I'm just going to get attacked for going after TYT because I'm a Devin fan.
Fuck those people.
Yeah, you do, man. Trust me, you do. Kyle Kalinske, dude. You know me. You know me fans of Kyle.
No, but
Kalinske.
how long have I fucking bashed TYT? I've been doing it since I started this show.
Yeah, you have. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you have. Yeah, since you've been on Skeptic Fan Show. Absolutely, yeah.
I've only known you for about the last year, I guess, Paul. I'm due, Joe, I guess.
About 12 months. Yeah.
But just to give a wider perspective to people, I mean, it's not.
True. Sure, yeah,
And
you
we're
have
not
to.
lifelong friends or anything. It's just, I'm sure
Right.
we
Acquaintance.
disagree
We know
on
who
a
we
lot of
are.
things.
Yeah, we know who each other
Yeah.
is. So. But yeah, that's what it boils down to is being, objective and come up with the evidence and like, yeah, it is hard when you make a video. Somebody did it, but you know what? Let me bring something unique to that perspective or what the issue is about that somebody might have missed. That's when I look at videos when somebody did something like Cologne, I'll be like, okay, what did they miss? And I'll try to research things. I'm like, oh, they missed this. Okay, I'm going to add that in my video. They might have missed this, or they did miss it. So you try to come up with new information on the issue, and that's what I try to do on my videos. Like if I hear like Kyle Kalinske or TYT, which of course TYT they just object to the facts that comport with their agenda, right? So we know that, but they miss so much of the facts that are so evident that they're so easy to combat. It's so easy to make a video attacking them. You know what I mean? It's just like so.
Right. Okay.
That's why I love that.
So Joe, so you make a video against TYT, which is great, and it gets tons of views and everything, right?
Yeah,
but going back to what your show should be about, I think I have lots of thoughts. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't air them publicly right now.
As in, we should continue with that kind of
on
the show. Like talk about
well, yeah, we
videos.
can definitely do that. Of course.
Yeah,
I mean, Joe, look, this is your show, man. This is like a public meeting that should really be private, but I'm going to air it anyway.
That's fine.
I think your show should take a radically different turn because there are shows out there that are doing this. Well, there are some shows out there that are already covering this kind of thing. I mean, with our viewer base, I don't know what our viewer base is. I don't know how many views we get.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good on iTunes and shit. So we got a pretty decent one. You got to remember.
Whatever. But I think we should focus on the people that we could possibly make a change with, which is these regressive YouTubers.
Well, okay, now it's about regressive YouTubers. Before, when I did the show, it's about Christianity, Christians out on the fence, and
forget all that shit. I mean,
it's the evolution of a show. It's the evolution of a show.
Yeah.
So you see what's happening back then with many other shows. So we're evolving. Like I said, I revamped the show 4 times.
These shitty videos.
But you guys remember, I revamped the show 4 times. Now this is the 4th, me revamping the show. Now it's to get onto that next level of progression when it comes to the show. Now, if it's something about talking about regressivism, yeah, of course, yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah, but we also
talk about Islam. Yes, I want to do that. It's about feminism. Yeah, I want to talk about that. It's about race statistics. Who Black Lives Matter should be paying attention to. Yes, I want to do that. I want to do all that. Yeah, of course, I want to expand it.
Of course, yeah. I'm just saying, Joe. I'm just saying publicly.
Oh, I know. No, you're 100% right. I agree with you. Again, in the meetings, we'll talk about that. Like when we do our meetings with the videos.
Well, we'll get public. I mean, ask your fan base, Joe. I mean, ask them if they want that. If they don't want.
Seriously, I highlight these. Seriously, I love my fan base. There's no doubt. But when it comes to the show,
yeah, but I'm just saying, ask them, see if that's what they want.
Oh no, yeah, you're right on that. Yeah, of course, yeah. There's no doubt, and maybe I'll do a Q&A on the website.
I'm not saying rip into these irrelevant people, but these people with 5 to 10 to 15,000 subscribers on YouTube.
It's not about ripping into them or
demonizing
them. It's about. I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying.
Expose their shitty ideas.
Correct. Bingo. And do it in a civil and intellectual way.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, I can call somebody a cunt because their ideas are shit, but it doesn't mean to say I think they are a cunt.
They're like.
I'm just saying your ideas are shit, and I think you're a cunt because of those shit ideas. It's not.
Or it's a good thing to occasionally maybe instead of just show their video, invite them on.
True.
Either to talk about it,
Absolutely, yeah.
And that sometimes brings like their fan base over, to view your show sometimes, and also your fans,
go check them out.
Might check them out. Mm-hmm. It's like a lot of cross promotion there.
I agree.
Because most of my interaction with people, with these people on YouTube has been through Twitter. Where I'm
never gonna hear the end of that, dude.
I don't care. That's fine. I'll run with that one.
Oh, it's going to be fine.
No, it's fine. I don't care. But, like, exposing these people, saying this idea is terrible. Why are you thinking like this? Why are you promoting this to your 5,000 subscriber fan base?
Mm-hmm.
And people, or why is this YouTuber not focusing on something really important? Why do you keep going on about this? These are all legitimate
fucking totally legitimate criticism.
Let me expand on that. I think you're right on that, because if you do bring that person in the room, you bring them on the call, you play their video, and you tell them the criticisms you have of that video or that viewpoint, and some of their followers might come over. I think it's a good promotion material, not only promotion material, but also you're letting them know what how objective.
Yeah, we know where we're at. We will stand up to these people.
Yes, not only stand up to them, of course, but in a civil, intellectual way, say, well, why do you think this? Why don't you think of this? Or why don't you promote this statistic? And like have a conversation and make not only our subscriber base think, but also their subscriber base think. And my laryngitis is kicking in. As you can hear, I can barely talk now.
Fine.
So the more you talk with this shit, the
well,
worse
let's wrap it up, Joe.
We'll
talk about this privately later. I mean, I think people get the gist.
They get the gist
I'm
of it,
coming from. I mean, I'm not saying that Joe or Grant should agree with this, or Paul.
No, I think it's a good idea. I think it's something we could talk about, no doubt. I think it's good idea, no doubt. And I'm all about ideas. Trust me, man. I am not. Things
up a little. It stirs things up in this community, if you want to fucking call it that, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want any part of this community because this community is shit and it's disparate and it's separate and it's fucking wank, man. I mean,
there are good people though. You realize that.
I mean, I know that I'm an atheist. Woohoo! That means nothing, right? He's absolutely jack shit. But what we should be doing is challenging the shitty atheists out there, like Devin did with TJ.
And it made him change his viewpoint.
And what happened there? What happened there?
He changed his viewpoint.
He changed his perspective. Whole psyche, dude.
And that's pretty hard to change a person like him, dude. So.
Right. But TJ is obviously getting older as well. You know,
correct,
we're all getting older.
And he's rethinking.
And when TJ started his YouTube career, he was very young. And now he's not as young as he used to be. And his ideas have changed and everything. But he's very... one props I'll give to TJ is very open to new ideas.
The funny, you're 100% right.
He's not saying he's going to agree with them, but he'll listen to them. So
he is. I'm like, they brought up a video of mine 2 weeks ago. They.
I don't care about the promotion, Joe. I'm just saying.
No. Stop.
We keep promoting the right ideal and the right message. I mean, just because I can DM TJ on Twitter means jack shit. Like, he could unfollow me in a heartbeat.
Anthony, you're not telling me anything new, brother. Put it that way.
I know. Just saying. But this is the way I think this. I think this show should go. Now, I'm saying it publicly, and maybe I should have said it privately, but I'm just saying.
No, absolutely. I don't. Dude, air it. I don't give a fuck, dude. It doesn't bother me.
I'm the same on Twitter as I am in real life.
Yeah, I know. I don't give two shits, dude, to be honest with you. Speak your mind, dude. That's what I'm about. Fuck it. But, yeah, I'm like with TJ. I'm like, yeah, he did change his viewpoint on that. But the funny thing about it is, like, they played my video like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And they combated my video for only like a minute. And what they stated, I already stated in my video later in that video. But they didn't get to that point. They just wanted to bash me on what I said in the beginning of my video without understanding what I said later in the video. That's what pissed me off. And they're like, oh, I'm sure he's going to be fucking like making a video about this, which I didn't. I was going to, but
that's their shtick.
I'm just like, this is their shtick,
they've slacked me off twice. I mean, they've literally slacked me off. They've held me up and said, this skullduggery guy is just a cock riding, blah, 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 blah. And I've never reacted to it, and that's the best reaction.
Well, I'm just pissed off that they misrepresent my view. Totally. It's so evident that they did. It's so evident that they did. And then I get people on that video, you know, they're fucking, you know, followers, like, bashing my video. I'm like, okay, well, watch the video. Don't come here because of drunken peasants. It's like, look at the video. Have some kind of, you know, legitimate criticism against my video.
I know, but that's just their show. It's like they're not looking for criticism.
They don't care.
You know, they don't want to open a dialogue with it. They're just literally running with a particular thing that they might think.
Well, that's
is
what
popular.
this show's not going to be about. I'll tell you right now. So
right, but there's things we can do where we're running with what is popular because that's what people are thinking about.
And it's about popularity on certain issues.
Right, but we are a YouTube community, right? Never mind about the atheist thing.
No, it's a YouTube community. It's
right, so it's a YouTube thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing that struck me, is that I'm part of some YouTube community. Never mind the religion thing. I mean, the religion thing, who gives a fuck, right?
Well, I consider us a front, a group, a following.
Right, exactly. So. Yeah, and I'm with that.
A liberation front.
Liberation front, dude. Oh my God, we're racist.
Is it the national?
We're fascists. Watch out.
Hey, Anthony, did you ever think you would be a YouTuber?
No. Dude, no, never.
You know something? If you had asked me a year ago, I would have said no.
Yeah. That's funny.
Just a year ago.
The funny thing.
Lala, who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Oh my god, that's funny. But yeah, let's wrap this up, guys. Man, it was a good chat tonight, man. You guys, awesome shit, man. Thank you very much, guys. Again, this wasn't an official Skeptic Fence show. It was just us getting together, promoting
Well,
to.
then I've never officially been on the Skeptic Fence.
No, we'll definitely. Lalo, I told you I'd definitely get you on as co-host. We talked about this, so I'll definitely get you on as co-host very soon. Actually, I got David Silverman coming up, and I think Gad Sad again. So.
Oh,
Hey.
sweet.
Yeah. So.
Hey,
it's gonna be-
Grant Bayless has got a book coming out soon.
Who does?
Grant Bayless.
Who? I couldn't hear. Who again?
The other Grant Bayless.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look into that too. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. David Silverman's gonna be a fucking hoot. He always is on the show. So it'll be his like 4th or 5th appearance on the show. So.
I look forward to talking to that guy.
Oh, it's gonna be good, man. He's a smart guy. He's a good guy. You know, he's all about America politics and Christianity, shit like that. You know,
Yeah,
that's what he
I'll
does. You know, it's his organization.
I like
That's what he
David
does, so.
Silverman.
Yeah, that's his organization. That's
He
what
had
does,
a book come out recently, didn't he?
Well, that's
Yeah,
why we're going to be
the
interviewing him. Yeah.
recent book.
Yeah,
Yep.
Fighting God.
Fighting God. That's why we're going to be interviewing him. Is about his book, and he's going to be sending me some autographed copies to give away during the show, which is going to be awesome. So.
Yeah, leave
Cool.
it there, dude. Let's just leave the show there, man. We'll do some research. We'll do our thing, and we'll.
I fucking love David Silverman's face when Bill O'Reilly said tide goes in, tide goes out. He's like, tide goes in, tide goes out. What the fuck?
Did you?
That's the best
wait.
face
Did you
of all
see?
time.
Wait. We'll leave here with this. All right. Let's do this. And I think Drew knows where I'm going. Oh, not Drew. Paul knows where I'm going to go with this. Hold on. Let's see if I can do this here. Let me grab it. This is when we had David Silverman on. I think it's the second time. Skeptic Fans. Hold on, give me a second here. It's so funny.
Do you have a soundboard?
Yeah. Yeah, I do actually.
No, it's a clip of him, I think. Yeah.
Oh, soundboard. No. Okay, I know what you mean now. No, it's when we had him on the show, it was pretty fucking funny. Where's that comedic? Here it is. Bloopers comedic. There it is. Has Dave finally figured out the tides? Here it is. This is the video.
All right.
Oh, here we go. I think this is the video. Yeah, here it is. This is fucking funny shit. He's such a good guy, man, Dave.
All right. Tide goes in, tide goes out. Never a miscommunication. You can't explain that. You can explain why the tide goes in.
Tide goes in, tide
Look at
goes
his
out.
face.
Water, the tide comes in and it goes out, Mr. Silverman.
Maybe
it
it's
always comes
Thor
in
on top of
no, it
Mount
goes
Olympus
out.
who's making the tides go in and out.
No, but you can't explain
scam and
that.
a-
So obviously, my first question to you is going to be, how do the tides work? Have you figured that out yet?
Actually, we already knew that.
Really?
Yeah, we actually already knew that. And, you know, I get asked often, you know, that's, of course, the appearance, the preeminent appearance, my most famous appearance ever.
Will David ever answer the damn question? Dude, that was fun as shit, dude. Yeah, it's like that was when I had Negation Appeal on the show. It was 2012, I think. 2013, maybe? Yeah, 2013.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, he's a good guy, man, David Silverman, man. He's like, dude, he'll joke with you. Like, he was telling
He's a
us-
good sport.
He's
Definitely.
definitely a good sport, dude. He's not serious whatsoever.
Yeah,
he's serious when
he's our aviation, expert, just like how Fox News have their contributors. Expert, just like how.
What the fuck did I do there? Jesus Christ. I didn't
What the
pause.
fuck?
Yeah, I didn't pause. I don't know what I was saying there. But yeah, he's a good guy, man. Like, we were joking before the show. And he was telling us, like, yeah, dude, I was just at the office, and we had the squirrel running around the office, and it's eating food off of people's desk and shit. So when we first started this one show, when we had him, I think it was our third show we had one. I'm like, hey, Dave, man, did you find the squirrel that was eating your nuts? Dude, it was so... You remember that, Paul? I think you were there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, it was so funny. He was laughing.
Yeah,
his
he's
ass
a
off,
good
dude.
sport. He likes to joke around. I enjoy talking to Dave Silverman.
He's serious. I'm like, I got him on a last minute notice. I think it was like an hour notice.
I know exactly what I'm going to ask that guy if I get the chance to talk to him. I know exactly
Don't say
what
here.
to talk to
Don't
him.
say.
Oh, you will.
Don't say you will. Of course, yeah. You.
Oh no, I know
Everybody
exactly.
has 4
My
or 5
questions
questions
already
each.
lined
Yeah.
up.
But yeah, like hour notice, I was like, hey Dave, I text messaged him because I got his phone number. I'm like, hey Dave, dude, we're doing, because they just legalized same-sex marriage, right? Legalized it that day, and we're having a Skeptic Fence show. like, Dave, dude, you want to come on, dude? I was like, he's like, yeah, dude, historic. Yeah, I'll be on. I'm like, all right, cool. And he just hopped in, dude, and he like ran it for like hours, dude. He was not hours, but probably an hour. He ran it, and like, dude, he did good rants. So that was a good video on him. But all right, let's get out of here, dude. My voice is gone, dude, tonight.
Yes.
Gone. It's
Let's call it a day. And when's the next show, Joe?
Yeah, next show we're going to be aiming for next week, the 30th. Okay, we'll get together on Wednesday night, and we'll get the topics going, decide on what time, and then I'll come out with the promo on Thursday or Friday. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. We're going to be back in full effect. Skeptic Fan Show is going to be awesome.
People have seen Skullduggery, so fantastic.
Yo, seriously, guys, promote your links so people get to know who you are if they don't know who you are.
I ain't doing that shit. People can follow me if they want. I don't care.
Oh, please, dude. No elitist attitude here,
Say
man.
fuck Islam, Joe.
Okay, here we go. Fuck Islam. Fuck Islam. With my grainy voice.
Your voice is on. Yeah.
I love that Devin made that a meme. It's so awesome. It's like I get so much feedback now. It's like every time I make a video about Islam, dude, that's like one of the first comments. Fuck Islam. Fuck Islam. It's like everybody posted all my comments. I'm like, that's pretty good, dude. He made me popular because of that meme. It's like funny.
He'll meme the fuck out of you, dude.
Oh, he
I
did.
just standing up.
Oh, he loves the memes. So
that's my meme.
He does a good job at the memes. There's no fucking doubt. I gotta give him definitely big credit on that, dude. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Love you guys, and we'll see you guys next Saturday. Skepticfence.com. Check out the website.
We're not going to pimp each other out before we leave.
No, pimp it. I mean, you gotta type it in chat, man. I'm not your secretary, man.
Happen.
I'm not your secretary. Stop being lazy. Don't be a Coctopus Prime.
All right, I'm going to.
TJ was the same way. He's like, I'm not
Lalo, what's your claim to fame?
There you go.
What's my claim to fame?
It's on Twitter. Twitter?
It's on the Twits, pal.
Twitter and YouTube.
What do you mean, like to say my Twitter handle?
Well, I'll do it for you. Lalo has a Twitter, and it's Lalo Dagash. LALODAGACH.
There you go.
Yep.
At all that shit. He's a Muslim apologist.
What?
CJ Wilderman.
What?
He's a regressive Muslim apologist.
What's happening?
Yeah, he's a supporter of the caliphate.
Yeah, so that's him. I'm Brown Monkey Bum now. I have a Twitter. I have a YouTube channel. That's Skullduggery. Over to you, Paul.
Well, Paul, everybody knows who the fuck Paul is. Grant.
Paul.
Look for that name.
There it is.
That's all you gotta do.
Did
Look
he
for
say
that.
Paul
There you
or
go.
Pulse? I can't fucking what?
Oh, Pulse. I think he said. Yeah. I think he said Pulse.
You underselling son of a bitch.
Pulse?
I think he said
Yes,
Pulse.
Pulse.
Yeah, make sure you
Pulse.
guys. Here's the link to our Patreon. Check that out. Yeah, support us on Patreon, man. It's the best way and helps us out. And yeah, go on the Reason Rally shit. So that's gonna help us too on the Reason Rally. So, oh my god, dude, I'm losing my voice, dude. It's gone. So, all right, guys, love you guys. Be good. Thanks for coming by, Lalo, for a little bit on the after show. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
you fucking rock.
Thanks for having me.
Business.
Business. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks, Grant and Paul. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. All right, guys, take care. Be good, man.
Later.
Be good, guys.
Peace.
See you guys. See everybody.
Peace and all that shit.
All right.
Goodbye.